Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? I hope you guys can hear us clearly. What's up? Welcome to Ladies First Panel. Welcome. Hey y'all. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey y'all. How's everybody doing? It's been a
Great.
Great.
I'm tired, but I'm here. I got a Red Bull. I got a watermelon Red Bull.
I was like, no, not you getting tired.
I went to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
And then I got up at 11 to go to work. And then it was that boring ass interview that we just watched. So, it's like I just,
You've been doing too much.
Yeah, I've been doing too much. But I'm like, I got water. If I got water, I'm good because water gives me energy.
Okay.
I'm like a water nymph now. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm Aquaman because Aquaman gets the spot in the water. So maybe
I want
Aquaman.
you to gather that schedule though. I want you to gather that schedule because that's not.
Yeah, I'm like
tired
today.
You don't sleep.
I'm gonna sleep tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep tonight though. Eventually, I'm gonna go to. Well, nah, I'm gonna sleep tomorrow.
I'm gonna sleep tonight. Because I don't feel good. So I'm gonna take these PMs after the show and be knocked the fuck out. And then y'all will see me tomorrow. Okay. But I'm here right now, bitch. Okay. Right. I didn't reserve all of my good energy for this.
Well, let us not wait any longer and go ahead and get into some things, y'all.
Y'all, it's a shame.
It's a position for whatever you're in.
I'm about to say it's a shame. Like I must be real horny because the sight of an eggplant emoji turns me on at this point. This is sad.
Are you drinking tonight?
Lord,
I told you I'm not drinking nothing.
That's just regular body.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started with our first round of guys. And these guys are very handsome, and they happen to be football players. So let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you, April B, for the super chat. Thank you. This is who we have, guys. I want to know you all's thoughts. Cam Newton, Odell Beckham, and Colin Kaepernick. I hope I said the last name right.
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick. There we go.
Ooh, this is hard.
This one's easy for me.
Really?
Who would you do?
Please go first.
I am marrying Colin. He seems the most level-headed, most chill. He's for the people. I like that. I am smashing Odell. Even though the people be trying to say he don't like women sometimes, I'm smashing him only because I knew I was killing Cam because Cam was talking about when everybody was saying Black Lives Matter, this dude talking about all lives matter. So Cam can go just based on that.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and copycat that sentiment because I needed you to say it in order for me to be like, you know what? Even though looking at Colin's face, I'm not as attracted to him as I am to the other two men, but at the same time, he probably would be a better husband. His integrity and overall, I don't give a fuckness would turn me on. Yes. Odell, I would definitely probably fuck him because I love a soft-eyed motherfucker, and he's a soft-eyed motherfucker. And dude over here, I've seen his ankles way too often, and I don't even know him, so I can't fuck him just for that. He gotta die because I've seen his ankles and I don't know him.
I would marry, not the angles. I would marry Odell because I like a bit of toxicness, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. He seemed fun. I feel like we will fuss in the mornings and it'll lead to sex or whatever, and then we have a good day. So I would want to do that. I feel like I would bang Colin, but I feel like he would be too much work because he's about the people and everything would be about that. And I would get tired of that being an all-day thing. So I would just bang him a little bit. But I would also, donate to the campaign. And then I would, kill off Cam just because I don't want to do his fashions. I can't deal with the fashions. It'll be a fight in the closets.
You know,
I won't do it.
I do like. I'm here for the athletic men and the short shorts, though. I really like that.
I hate seeing men's ankles. I hate seeing their ankles. I hate when they sit down.
It's not about short shorts. It's about the pants. Being short.
Yeah.
Oh, pants.
I'll see thigh all day. Okay. I love a good quad. Okay. This is about him wearing pants that are not long enough for his leg. And then he doesn't wear socks. He's the type of nigga that doesn't wear socks. So he has on high waters. They're probably tight, some loud ass color, a weird hat. And then he's gonna have on shoes with no socks. And all I can think of
rompers.
And sweat in between. Yes, he wears rompers. And all I can think of is sweat in between my toes. No.
Yeah, and that weird hat gonna make an appearance every time. You ain't never lied.
For sure. I'll have to agree with Niecy on this. I would marry Colin and then definitely smash the hell out of Odell, and then I would have to send Cam off. It's something about Cam that is off, and I guess it is the ankles. So it's definitely something about him. I would have to just. It's something that
I mean, it's the glasses and the hat. How many people be wearing glasses and hats in combination?
It's the glasses, the hat, the button-up shirt, the jacket. He's in a bookstore or a cigar lounge. I'm not sure.
What's the guy from? Is it Ryan? Is his name Ryan? The one from Married at First Sight? It's with
the mustache.
Are you talking about that style? I can see that.
Man, it's giving me him. I think that's what it is.
We all kill Ryan too, though. So I mean, they can both die together.
Yeah, they'll have company. So let's go ahead and move on to some other athletes. Well, one of them is not really an athlete, but I don't know if y'all really familiar with these individuals. So we're going to see how this play out. Let's go ahead and do the ball fan.
Wait, I can't log off. Let me log off first.
We got LeVar.
Go ahead, log off for me.
And Alonzo. I just need to know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this one's difficult.
I mean, first of all, the ones on either side look like the same person. Are they different people? They look like twins.
I don't know anything about these people. I don't know anything about these people.
I know of them though, but I know are they twins for? I'm for real. Are they twins?
The one right here.
This one can get it.
Oldest brother.
This one can
get it. You have the dad, and then you have the middle son.
The middle son can get it. The middle son can get it, and then you can kill the daddy. He look like a fuck boy, so I'll fuck him. The daddy can die, and I would marry this very light-skinned young man over here on the end.
I have to agree.
I would do the opposite. I would marry the other one on that side because he look like he run from the police, but for no reason. Like if he see the police and run, and not for no reason, for no reason. Like he's scary. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with. He look like he's scared right here. Like right here, he looks scared. I don't want that. So I would marry the other one.
Nah. You gotta look at the color of the diamonds in his ears.
Wait,
overestimating this suit.
Bonnie, you said marry. Oh, you would marry the other. I'm stretching like my hand gonna go across James.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would marry that one.
This one.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at his bow tie though.
I'm agreeing with Jay Lee, but not because the dude looked like he would run from the police. It's because it's something very weird about the mustache that goes from here and then it disappears and it comes back right here.
He got them polka dot sides.
I could fix that. He looked like a fuck boy to me, and that's why I said I would fuck him. Because I don't know the personality of either one of them, but he just looks a little bit more clean cut and probably a little bit more responsible. A little bit. That's kind of what it feels like. And he's the oldest, right? So that's kind of what that felt like. So that's why I chose to marry him because like I said, I don't know nothing about the people. And the daddy can die because I feel like it's the daddy's fault that the family is known for low-key being assholes. That's all I know.
It's just the daddy.
It's just the daddy. Yeah.
It's the daddy? Okay.
Yeah, but in his that's why it was kind of hard. I was trying to think this through. In his defense, he may be an asshole dad, but I think he did a really good job with his sons and getting them to where they are, and just being as supportive as he's been to his wife since she has suffered, her strokes and stuff. So it was like, dang, he's good at being a good dad and stuff, and a businessman for the most part. But I think I would actually have to agree with Bondi. I think Lonzo is like really good. He's very
Wait,
responsible.
which one's Lonzo? Chains or earrings?
The one
Okay,
with
so
the
this
suit and the bow
this
tie.
is Lonzo.
Didn't both of them get
Okay.
trapped? Though? Did both of them get trapped or just one? Like one of them, as soon as they went to the NBA,
Is it a third one?
Yes, there is a third one, but he was too young. I didn't put Melo on here.
Okay.
Melo probably like
we don't
maybe
do that.
18, 20, 21, somewhere like that.
Oh, he's a
But
baby.
Lonzo does have a daughter. He was with his girlfriend since high
school.
school.
That's what I was
and he
thinking.
has a daughter.
Body something. I would marry Gold Chains over there. I would marry Gold Chains. I feel like he can protect me because he got gold chains on and earring. He real gangster.
He could be an old ass nigga.
I don't like his bow tie, and I also don't like his
he got black diamond earrings in, son. That's not like a that's a conscious vibe.
He doing it to make it feel like he gangster. He really not. He doing it to perpetrate. And I want that. I will still fuck him though.
The oldest son of this nigga is probably more gangster than
which one is the oldest? Who is the oldest?
The one on James' side.
Yeah.
So I want a youngin. Oh, I'm going to jail. Lord Jesus. See, this is why I can't be. See, I got these not prescriptions. So I can't see right. These are blue things. So I'm gonna still marry the gangster one. How I think gangster. I'm gonna fuck his brother regardless of whatever, and I'm gonna kill his daddy.
That's all. That's it.
Bang bang. This was gonna happen.
Bow.
2 to the head.
Yeah, I would go with Lonzo to marry. The brother on the end with the gold chains, Jello, I would definitely smash. And then I would have to send Lamar on his
She
way.
said,
I drink a Red Bull?
Definitely. I like Jello more than both of them for some reason, as far as the brothers. But
I'm like Jello. We getting Jello now? Oh, that's somebody's name?
Look, LeAngelo that's his name.
LeAngelo.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna put up a lineup of the men I'll do different rounds of men who I think are y'all's type, because the more we play this game, or women, because I know Bondi too, but the more we play this game, I'm like, okay, I know what y'all.
I like a bit.
I'm
of
very interested to see what you would have to say about the type of man I would like, because I
that would be fun.
It's easy.
That's why I said or women, because I'm like, okay, man for Bondi is gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very interesting.
No murderers for me. I don't want no murderers.
All right, these next guys are from the West Coast, West Side.
Depends on the circumstance.
They are rappers.
That's true.
Let's get into it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's not quite a train though.
Oh,
this is kind of wild.
Okay, so wait. Oh, is that Davies?
In the middle? No, that's YG.
No, all the way to the end.
Davies.
Oh, me, Davies.
Mm-hmm.
YG, and then the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally marry, fuck, kill in order for me, because I would marry Dave East, I will fuck YG, and I would absolutely kill the game.
See,
stab.
I would marry Dave East. Look. When I say this is bet, but no, I will fuck the game. I would kill YG. It's something about YG I don't like.
What about YG? I'm trying to think. Like, what do I know about him?
I can't put my finger on it. I don't know.
He don't have no right?
No, he ain't did nothing wrong. But I'm like, somebody gotta die, and so he just losing out because he got to die in this point or whatever.
But this nigga says such outlandish shit online all the time.
But see, I would see that, which means he talk real dirty during sex, and so I fuck him for that reason, because he got a filthy mouth. And he's just good for that. I don't need to talk to you on a regular basis.
I feel you.
But like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I would fuck him. And I would look.
I respect that.
Dave East is, he's amazing.
Yeah.
No, is he?
We're marrying him.
Okay.
We're marrying Dave East. Dave East is being married.
Not for me. I'm killing Dave East.
What? But she picked Boosie, so we know it's okay.
Okay. I need an explanation, please. Go ahead.
Why you gonna kill Dave East?
Dave East is not really attractive to me at all. I've tried to listen to his music before, and I can't even tell you a Dave East song. Like I remember hearing about him and being like, oh, he looked good. Like I used to think he did. And then trying to get into it, I just couldn't. So for me, I'm marrying YG. He just seemed unproblematic. And he seems a little weird too. I kind of like that. Smashing the game, even though I don't want to. Davies can go.
Wow.
Okay.
Davey. Who? I never thought I had a date.
Me neither.
Davies can go.
Interesting. Because I
You
would
don't meet
marry
Monty.
him. And the way the game kind of throws it out,
I wasn't
there,
expecting
to see what he's working with, I would smash the shit out of the game. But YG gonna have to go. And that's just that on that for me.
And I don't know why he has to go.
Homophobic.
Who,
Okay.
Davies?
That's what
Who
one of
said
the
that?
comments said. Right. Who said that? A commenter. Somebody in the comments said Davies.
Don't lie on my husband, okay? Don't do that. Don't disrespect my married fuck kill husband.
I don't know, because y'all be saying people be homophobic because they used to say no homo in 2007 or some shit like that, and then it'd be like everybody was saying no homo in 2007.
Oh wow, everybody's saying YG is a colorist. I did not know that.
Oh,
he is. I forgot. That's what you remember, Bondi. Remember his baby mama was pregnant, and he said something about the baby being light bright or something. Do y'all remember that? It's like a year ago.
And he did that
at the funeral?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so now I have to change.
What are you doing at the funeral?
I don't know. The one that said that we're gonna have lights. We gotta be worrying about our light-skinned babies, our light-skinned daughters, because people gonna be after them. Like because they light-skinned, people are gonna want them more, so we're gonna have to protect them more. Yeah, that's what I don't like about him. Okay, so we're gonna kill him because I cannot with that. And if I close my eyes real tight,
just do it in the dark, Bonnie.
Yeah, just focus on the thigh muscles.
Just have it in the dark. Yeah.
I'll fuck the game
real tight
and squeeze my pelvis.
I close my eyes real tight.
Squeeze my pelvis. It felt like the real thing. Okay.
Oh, Layla Rashawn.
Okay.
Yikes. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to the whites.
Oh, to the whites.
To the whites of the acting world. I'm going to let Bondi go first.
Yes. Okay, so I got this from the episode of Run the World. In the last episode of Run the World, this is the Marry Fuck Kill that they were talking about on the episode. So I thought it would be fun for us to do it as well. Okay, so for me, I'm definitely going to marry Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds is fucking hilarious. I love Deadpool, and he's just, I mean, the Blade he was on, I laughed the entire movie because of him. So I would marry him because I love somebody that can make me laugh and seemingly, beat people up and fuck good. So that's the vibe he gives. This is hard because Ryan Phillippe, I just finished watching Cruel Intentions today, and he definitely still gives off a certain vibe. But now that we older, I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him now that we older because whenever Ryan Gosling has that fucking beard.
Yeah.
So
see, I don't like Ryan Gosling. I would definitely marry Ryan Reynolds because I love him in everything he does. Like even though he's always kind of the same kind of character, he's also different within the same character. And I like how he can do that. So I love that. I would fuck Ryan Phillippe because I loved him in Shooter. And I loved him in Cruel Intentions. I loved him in other things too. It's something about him that seems a bit black. Not like he's black like us, but like he can possibly come to the cookout. He knows that we call it grape Kool-Aid and red Kool-Aid, and he know what it means.
My only thing, he wear makeup under his eyes. And I'm sure they all do, but I can see it sometimes. And that's why I don't like when I see the eyeliner, the old white men with the
I buy him some Fenty eyeliner and I'm like, it's okay, we're gonna bang real quick. But I would kill Gosling because I don't really like he was in the movie The Notebook. I've never seen The Notebook before, so I don't get that.
That's why you feel like that. That's why you feel like that.
I've never watched
that. Is absolutely why you feel like that. If you had seen him in that fucking movie, okay, walking around with shirts on that wasn't buttoned all the way, with beards and the sleeves rolled up like he was working on something all day hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just out there. There was one point during the movie where he was doing some type of work and he was like shoveling or some shit. And like she was looking at him like, and you know, his center of gravity is you know, in the right place.
I was, but I still want to. I want to bang Riley Phillippe. I love him in Shooter.
The Notebook though.
Did y'all know he was with Eva Mendes? I did not know that.
Yeah, they got like 2 kids together.
I did not know that.
And I know Ryan Reynolds more than I know his wife, who was Blake Lively. I know Reese Witherspoon, who was with Ryan before.
Yes.
And then of course we know Eva Mendes, who's with Gosling. But I still would not bang Ryan Gosling because I want to bang Ryan Phillippe and I want to marry Ryan Reynolds. Okay. I mean, he can. I'm gonna watch it one day. I just don't know.
You should still watch it though. It's really good.
It's a good movie. Okay.
Yes.
I heard it was sad though. I thought it was like a sad.
It's not really
love
sad
movie. It was all raining and shit. I'm like, why do they always wet? Why do they have wet clothes? You know, I was just because like, why she always wet?
Because things are slipperier when they're wet, and when things are slippery, they're good. So honest, but it was a good movie. It was a good book as well. Just saying.
Okay, I'll watch it one day.
So for me, I am marrying. What's his last name? Blake Lively
Reynolds.
I'm marrying him just based off the fact that he's married to Blake Lively. That's one of my favorite white women. Don't have very many. I like her. Smashing Gosling, and then Felipe can go. Philip.
That seems to be the order. Because I can't decide between Ryan Gosling and I forgot the Ryan name. But it would literally go in order.
What? So it would be marry, fuck, kill?
Yeah. I would have to just do it like that because I really can't decide.
So we align and y'all align. Gotcha.
Yeah. They're all nice looking. They
are.
Really are.
Ryan is handsome. I don't know him like that.
Nice
the one to bang.
I understand. I know him like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know. Okay. I love him on that movie. He was everything on that movie. Like, you know, I love old niggas that wear suspenders. And, you know, it was just a real vibe. You know what I'm saying? Old niggas that wear suspenders and they center of gravity be all low in their, you know, their pelvis area. You know what I'm saying? It just, yeah. Bop.
Hilarious. Okay, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to two gotta go and one can stay. We got Cherish. I feel like this
only one can stay.
I don't even know why Cherish. I accidentally called Cherish Charity. Like I just
they only had 2 songs.
Exactly.
They can go and soak in Black.
I'm gonna say 702 wins. 702 wins because
they have more bops.
I can't live without. I don't really want to go. I don't really want to stay, but I really need to know. Can we get it together? Get it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that too.
Yeah.
Those were them girls. Okay.
All right.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right, y'all. Real quick, let's go ahead and hop on over to some girl gossip chat. All right, and the first thing we have is something we saw on
I
IG.
forgot to send y'all the stuff. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's okay. All right. Question of the day brought to you by Baller Alert. If you saw one of your friends' partners out in public cheating, would you mind your business or would you tell them? It kind of depends on the friend for me.
There you go.
Like, I would want to tell you, but if you're a friend where I've given you advice time and time again in the past and you don't want to hear it,
then we're not doing this.
I want to tell you, but I'm a kind of, I may not. But if you was to find out, I would still feel guilty. So I would have to figure out how to navigate that. Kind of like, y'all still good? Where y'all at with this? I would feel awkward. Like I would want to tell you, but I don't want you to be, because you know some friends they'll be mad at you. They don't want to hear that. They'll be like, I don't want to be your friend no more type thing.
He wasn't doing that. It's like, yes, he was. That's what he was doing. I saw him.
I feel like, don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I'll figure it out anyway. You ain't gotta tell me. It'll reveal itself to a bitch like me. So you ain't even gotta tell me no shit. If he out here doing it, I'll figure it out. So you ain't even gotta come to me. But if you do come to me with it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you no more because of it. I think that's irrational. I don't even understand. So, you know.
Tell me, take video, get photo evidence, so when I check his ass, I can say, look at what you did. Look at what, because my thing is one thing to say, hey, I think I saw, you know, your man out with so-and-so, and he was really out with his cousin who I knew, and it ain't no issue because you don't know what you're doing. So I feel like I would tell my friend, because I will also show her the video I took as I followed him. Thought I'm going to follow him. I need to have proof, because I feel like you then can't blame me as if I'm lying or I made up something. I want to give you the info to do as you will, but it has to be someone who's a real friend, right, not an associate. Like I know you, I know him, I know he wrong as fuck. I know y'all supposed to be good, and he on some foul shit. Now I'm like, they kind of shaky. He didn't cheat her before.
Right.
She know he kind of do stuff.
And not no hater ass friend, and not no motherfucking fan.
I actually texted. I was in this situation. Well, I wasn't the person getting cheated on. So anyway, let me tell y'all a real quick story. I was in the car with my boyfriend, right? And we were in college. We were passing like the bus stop, and I saw my friend there, but I wanted to see if he was gonna say something. So he was driving my car, my boyfriend, and I ducked down because at the time I was texting my friend, and he was like, "Where are you at?" And I said, "I'm in class." This dude said he was my best friend. I lied and said I was in class, and he was like, "Oh, for real, you are?" I think I just saw Ted. And then like I peeked back up, but he never told me that he saw somebody else in the car, but the somebody was me. So I was just trying to test him to see what he's gonna do. And I guess like the rest of y'all, he wasn't gonna say nothing.
Don't never lose shit. I saw my friend's husband out cheat. It was a long time ago though.
Ooh.
It was two of us seen her husband out with a woman that wasn't her, and it was a whole stranger danger person who he shouldn't have been with. And we had like a whole collective conversation, me and our two friends, like, okay, should we tell her? Should we not? What should we do? Because sometimes they be on bullshit. And so we called her like on three-way, like, girl, guess what? We were seeing so-and-so out, and he was with, you know, somebody else. It was someone that we don't know. And she stayed married to him for years. They divorced now, but she was happy we told her, but she didn't listen either. But she wasn't mad. Like, she fussed at him, but she stayed. So I think it just depends on who the friend is and, you know, how they life going. Is they okay? They okay?
New to it. If you're not, she probably wasn't new to it. So she was kind of just like, let me tally that.
Because he would do little bullshit, not cheat, but he'd do like little bullshit. He was immature. This was maybe 8, 9, no, about like 10 years ago. But they was married for a total about 10 years, and then she divorced them. So I mean, I told her, I'm like,
they was married for how long?
For like 10 years. It was trials and tribulations, and she got fed up. Like, okay, he doing the same bullshit. Now he was doing, we were 22, and now we 32, and he's still on bullshit. I got to go. I'm finna be, you know, on my fuck you shit, and you can get out and be you. I'm gonna be me. And so yeah. So she left eventually. It took 10 years.
Embarrassing. But yeah,
somebody said your friend ain't Portia. No, my friend ain't without Portia. Oh my God.
I just saw that.
Yikes. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question of the day. What is the pettiest reason you've unfollowed and or blocked someone on social media? This ain't really petty though. If I see you with a blue check and you just in the comments too much on the shade room or something, I don't want to see your comments no more. So I just block you off that. Like, I'm tired of seeing you because you make sure to comment about nothing on every single post. So that's not really.
Wait, what was the question again?
The pettiest.
Question is, what's the pettiest reason you've unfollowed and or blocked someone on social media?
Oh, just because they said something I don't like.
I blocked and unfollowed somebody because they post too many memes and not enough like real stuff. I hate people who post memes all day. It's like if you posting 18,755 memes, I'm like, cause you flooded my timeline and I can't get to real shit because you talking about Jesus is the way and Jesus is on the way. And if you said 2 + 2, so I'm like, I ain't got time for all that. It's like, give me some realness so I know you're not a robot. And I feel like people who only post memes or repost other people's stuff, you not a real person. And
Jesus is real.
Also, though, people who post way too many pictures of themselves. It is not a photo album, bitch. It is Instagram. Pick a picture out the bunch. You could put a couple of the pictures from the bunch, but I don't want to see like for the next 2 hours you posting every picture.
Yes.
From the event that night. Like, come on.
Yes.
I say pick your top 10. And the top 10 pictures has to be 10 different shits.
Nigga be
go ahead and dump them in one post.
One slide. Something.
I don't mind that either. But sometimes I feel like slide. I'm like, I ain't got that slide.
I don't mind slide. I'm talking about the people that actually be like post, and you be like, bitch, how many of these same pictures you gonna post?
Same picture. Except the one, the hand up, the hand down. They doing this. Then they doing that. I'm like, bitch, it's the same picture.
It's a Ray J hat challenge. Get out of my face.
Well, I have to find this comment. What the family member did, honey?
What? I did this to a family member. Their child was eating dirt, so I blocked them. And I thought, not the child was eating dirt on social media. Why that kid eating dirt on social media? They shouldn't be doing that.
You know why? Because people fucked up. People be trying to make fun of their own kids. Why you about to put your kids out here like that in infamy on the internet eating dirt?
I blocked somebody I knew.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, and the color I'm wearing, I saw it a couple times. Let me say it in the video. This is Color Pop Avenue. But thank you. I blocked somebody that I knew because we had each other on social media. And when I seen her in person, I was like, oh, hey. And she was just like, hey. So I was like, blocked. Because you don't need to know my life. I hate when people be like all over your social media, and then whenever you see them in person, it's really dry. It's really giving, I don't know you, but you be all up in my business. So she was blocked.
Well, see, I don't really follow people that often. So like I'm like, I don't like on my Joseline's Corner ID page, I don't really follow regular people. Because I'm like, that's my business page, and I don't want to clutter up, too much stuff. I follow people like that's either like me, you know what I'm saying, that do like social media stuff, or like the blog pages. But I'm like, I don't want to follow like my high school friends and my work. I'm like, I see all that work, I don't want to see that. So I don't really even accept people to see their stuff because I don't want to see the bullshit of it. And if I do, and you start posting bullshit, I'll just politely unfollow. And then I'll move right along because I'm like, I don't like people who post a lot of clutter for no reason though. I'm like, why are you posting your house shoes? They just some house shoes in the house. We don't need to see your house. They're not even fancy.
I block you to post from a Thanksgiving plate.
I don't like Thanksgiving plates. I feel like if we all eating the same food, kind of sort of, so like you don't post your everyday plate. Like which we on Tuesday. Like why is that dinner the special when we know it's turkey dressing, some ham, and some yams? But what did you have on Saturday? That's what I want to see. That's something special. But I don't want to see your Thanksgiving. It's the same shit.
Yeah. I mean, I will unfollow someone if I feel like a lot of the things they post is like negativity, like they kind of going through it in a sense, like all the time and think everybody's a snake or something. It's
my God.
I'm gonna go unfollow you. Or if it's like somebody I may have followed and probably didn't even know I followed them and they showing all their money and stuff and let me go on Netflix, that's not my cup of tea. So I would definitely unfollow somebody as far as that. But we ain't really cool no more or something like that, like friends or whatever. I will unfollow you if we ain't cool, but I ain't gonna block you and that like that. It's like it's whatever. But let's go ahead and
Wow,
move
black
on
people.
to Miss Fallon and this interview
I'm asleep. Hold on.
that she did with Up and Adam.
Girl.
It was kind of tiring. Like it didn't really give a whole lot. I appreciate her taking the high road, if that's what you want to call it. But I wanted her to keep it real. It was something that she said in that interview. I wonder if I took notes on it.
Did they ask her if she was pregnant?
We ain't need no notes.
They did. Good night. It was something she said. She said something like, if he's happy, that's all that matters, or something like that. Like, as long as Simon is happy, it's okay. And I'm just like, girl, what kind of high road is you on? What kind of high road is you on? Like, this man tried to drag you and everything to embarrass you out here. But
like literally today, like this morning I woke up and he was still talking shit about you.
Portia
It's
looking
weird.
foolish.
I think Simon really is weird because I feel like he kept posting like, okay, don't say this, don't say that, she's a cheater. He was saying things as if he knew she was gonna say some damaging things. And I'm like, she did not say much. So to me, it but it seemed like you more guilty than you think you are. Because you was trying to stop her and she didn't even say shit. So it's like, why are you protesting so much? If you love Portia, you should not care what she's saying because you filed for divorce from Fallon. She didn't divorce you, you divorcing her. So it's like, why are you even trying to fuss with her about her saying, whatever?
Yeah,
I would have at least waited until after her interview and then went and said she's a liar or whatever he wanted to, clap back and say. But she didn't say anything enough to where he should even reply.
She hasn't been saying anything. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jamie.
No, I just said very suspicious behavior. I appreciate the fact that she thought more of the children than he did, and the way she cried over those children. It seemed like she was more in that relationship more than the one with him, and it made me think, okay, maybe that's why she's taking this high road, because she know they're gonna have to look back and see this, and she probably never wants to be looked at. How we may look at the dad. I was trying to get her out.
I'm gonna just say, I'm split because I do recognize, the crystal clear, just, cleanliness of what she just gave us. I really do. But part of me feels like you could have done all of this months ago. Like when all this shit first came out on Instagram, you could have said, I never cheated on him. I wish them the best. I don't have any, ill feelings towards them. I'm not mad at Portia. The relationship didn't work out. All that shit she said in this interview. And to me, a lot of what she did came off as rehearsed. And, this is just so difficult for me. Even though I imagine that it is. And it's not that I didn't feel bad for her, but something about the entire situation felt disingenuous, and I'm missing the why. Because you're not going to be on Real Housewives, but them letting us know that they didn't want her. It wasn't that she didn't want them. She was going to go back. They didn't want her to come back because of that situation with she and LaToya and her going after the girl with the golf clubs. I guess they over the whole little violence situation, even though nothing actually happened. I personally feel like, I really at this point don't know what to feel, but her interview did not really add any more clarity to this situation, except for the fact that she said she did not cheat on Simon. And I still don't know if I believe her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe that. And especially when she said it was like a third party, it's like you really don't even know the reason why they didn't bring you back. I'm more inclined to believe Portia gave them new information. And felt as though, hey, I don't think this would be good for me, so I don't want her back on the show because I don't want to have to fight with these ladies and then got to fight with her too.
Exactly.
So I see it being more so Portia than it having anything to do with no doggone golf clubs. And you weren't even chasing a main cast member. Girl, you was chasing just somebody that was getting paid $1,000 an episode, probably working for free.
And even down to like Bonnie said, it felt a little rehearsed. Down to Fallon wearing the all white, y'all. This is making me think about costume. You know how you learn about different characters and how they dress? Down to her wearing the all white. So this high road that she's on, I think is good, but I think she's trying to milk us for like Simon's the bad guy, which he is. But it's like you didn't give us anything. I wish you would have at least gave us something raw, like I didn't cheat, but I was texting this dude. Like at least that. It wasn't.
I think she's that born. I think she thought I have to be the wife who he left, and I ain't do shit. Let me show y'all how much I'm just a wife who I don't want to fly around the world. I don't want to do this, do that. I want to be at home with my family, with our kids, and be a home life person. But he now has someone who wants to fly around the world, who wants to do all that. That isn't what I wanted, but I was still trying to be his wife. I do think she was smart and not saying Portia was to blame, not even saying that she's mad at Simon, that she's hurt because she fought for their marriage. She was smart because at the end of the day, Portia looks like a home wrecker. Even if she did not wreck at home, you still took up with that man knowing he was just divorcing his wife.
Portia and that's looks like what looks mean messy. Girl. Portia looks like a mean girl. It looks like this lady is over here crying behind her family, and you're over there laughing about how you just got the $40 million man from up under her. Honestly, I feel like Simon is a piece of work, and we have seen that with the way he's reacted to Fallon on social media and how he treats her is the way he will treat Portia. So I hope she,
is pretty.
She's ready.
She's not gonna leave though. I think if Portia was smart, she would have left already.
I think it was interesting for her to say that she doesn't blame Portia for anything, but then she also went and she said that the breakdown of our relationship began to happen after Real Housewives, after I filmed. And I'm not going to say that it was because of, Housewives, but that's when the breakdown started to happen. So it was kind of like she carefully, because she
knew how to say it.
It was a very careful interview. I feel like she carefully was letting us know that she believes he was messing around with Portia the whole time.
I think he was.
And she also turned around and said that my husband wouldn't do that. She played as though she didn't think he would do that. So I'm like, maybe both can be the same at the same time. I don't think he would do that, but I still have this inkling in the back of my mind, which is why she brought up that story about the therapy session when he said, I only get caught when I want to get caught or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was interesting and very, very careful, very boring, I will say, but she's
a sleeping pill.
It was strategic and boring.
She knew what to say so that he couldn't come back and say, you said this and blank, whatever. Because the thing is, when they released the trailer for it or whatever, she already knew what she had said. So I think she didn't have to reply to him because you sound dumb right now. I didn't say shit. I said I don't know if you cheated. I said Portia didn't. I didn't blame Portia. But you acting as if I'm coming at y'all. I'm like, because Simon's dumb.
Basically.
Yeah, it was a crazy situation. As I think about the fact that these kids were around her for all these years, and then in such a short amount of time, they got to be around Portia, and you got them in these photos and stuff, and they don't know what's going on, or do they? So she was really crying heavily over those kids, and I could tell she really got a bond with them because she kept talking about how all he do is like to travel. She really didn't like to travel a lot.
So she was the one that was there with the kids.
Boom. Right. So the assistant mentioned, he left her with the kids, the special need kids and stuff, and he flew out of town. It made sense. So it also makes me think that a good amount of her story that she told to Adam was very true. But then some of it definitely is like, I would say maybe about 80% seemed like it was true, and 20% got me questioning some things.
I think she knew, like when she said, I can't hug them, but now they with Portia, and they probably wondering like where I'm at, and I can't even talk to them. I feel like her thing is he tried to move on. I'm done with Fallon, and now I'm with Portia. But what about the kids? Like, have they even had any time to adjust to not being around me and being around somebody new? Like, how did you even, how are y'all kids even hanging out together after a month of dating? So yeah, I mean, she definitely made sure people knew Portia and Simon full of shit as far as how long they've been talking or whatever, and I didn't know anything.
I just can't wait until the day where Portia sees herself in Fallon, and this is Portia not wanting to do no sit down conversation, y'all.
Portia was Fallon with Cordell.
That's not me wishing ill will for anybody, but the thing is, like, you doing all this in the name of a bag, but you don't realize, like, Fallon is not surprised because she knows that Simon moves like this. Fallon's not new to it. However, Portia is. So just wait. She gonna be old news in a second. And that's whenever she'll go crawl under a hole and she'll sit her ass down somewhere.
Because that was interesting when she said they were together for 5 years and he proposed twice. So he must have did something in that time frame. And the sad part is that you let him waste your time more than one time.
Right.
I was like, oh, girl, you turned around. And then they, they asked, oh, you said that you are, or a lot of people believing that she just want to be married to him for the money. She's like, honey, I ain't got any in that prenup. She said, my prenup is proof of that. She just really loved who he was.
Wasn't she his second wife, too?
I thought it was third.
I thought it was third, too, but I was like, am I reaching?
No, I think it was a third.
I think that she was the third wife.
But
he looked like he may have been married a few times and gonna be married a few more times. Portia not his forever. And I don't mean that in any way as if I wish Portia bad or whatever. Simon isn't the type to stay with one person for long because he has a track record.
It's giving me Summer Walker vibes. Y'all know how Summer Walker did all that talking about baby daddy and stuff, only to end up in the same exact situation.
Yes.
Kind of.
Nah, she's
like
a baby.
We see your future. Yikes. But I mean, it wasn't nothing going on, y'all, for real on that interview. So we gonna go ahead and scoot on over to the I don't with you section, okay? Do I have my thumbnail in here? I don't. Sorry, guys. We're moving over to I don't F with you, okay? There was this text message that popped up on the neighborhood talk. Want to get you guys' thoughts about it. It says the lake is set up for swimming. Make sure the kids have swimwear and definitely something to change into afterwards because it's very sandy and the sand sticks to your body. So all the adults that's planning on swimming, be mindful that my dude is throwing this event. Have some respect. This is not a girl's trip. So my sister sent this to the group chat. This is what someone said. What are y'all thoughts about that?
I think that her man is a habitual cheater and she wants to blame somebody else for that. Yes. Like, bitch, what am I supposed to do when if my ass cheek comes out of my bathing suit, what's gonna happen, bitch? What's gonna happen? Like, get the fuck out of here. I seen another one that was like, don't be wearing thong bathing suits around people, kids. I'm like, why? Kids ain't seen ass cheeks?
Good night.
Like, the fuck? I'm tired.
I feel two ways about it. I feel like it's a way to ask someone to respect your house. It's a way to say, I don't want this around my husband or my kids. It depends on how you do it. You can't make it seem as if the people coming over need to respect your husband because they own some bullshit. It's like, hey, we just don't dress like that over here. So can you respect my house and just, you know what I'm saying, wear a bathing suit, fine, but like don't come over here as if you at a singles party in Miami with titties out and ass out. Because I have seen people dress two different ways around different groups of people. So it's a way to still dress comfortably, but not be like, freak Nick 99, 96 or whatever, getting fucked up for a car. So I can see, but how she asked them was on some bullshit. How she asked them was her acting as if like the day was gonna come over to fuck her husband or her man or whatever.
Yeah, don't do that. I got.
Yeah, it's how she asked it was fucked up.
I read it again, and I was wondering like what y'all thought, and then it's like, are you really pertaining to clothes, or are you talking about behavior? Are you telling people to be mindful of what they wear? Okay,
that's
mindful of what they wear, or are you saying like
the lake is set up for swimming? Make sure the kids have swimwear. Definitely something to change into afterwards because it's very sandy. Okay, fine. But to the adults that plan on swimming, be mindful that that my dude that's throwing the event has some respect. This is not a girl trip.
So I guess that means don't be shaking your ass in the water. Like, don't be in the water shaking your ass and shake, and doing all that. Don't be dancing in the water with your bathing suit on.
She might have whole friends. And if you have whole friends, just about to say that. You have to. So I fuck with that because she knew what to say to her whole friends. That's different. That I get that, but again, it depends.
I was just about to say that some people don't know the time and the place, but I personally wouldn't keep whole friend. Why are you inviting your whole friends to an event where you're
uncomfortable and the kids?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would never check my friends about that. That's weird to me. She gave me the type of vibes to where like, you know how you meet people or they introduce you to their significant other and they get kind of awkward about like, do we hug? How do we greet each other? Like they don't want you to touch them at all. I think that shit
don't
is
laugh
so
too hard at his jokes.
Yes.
And all of that type of crazy shit. Like, bitch.
That's the vibe she was giving. If you have, some people don't know how to act when they go certain places, but them type of friends, I'm not inviting there because I'm not about to check no adult about what to wear to a damn lake.
Right.
They say don't be a Portia at a go out of your house.
I'm gonna say this about that, and y'all could take this however y'all want to take it. But if your man can get stolen, then your man got stolen. Like it's not really the girl's fault as much as it is your man's. So if he can be taken from you, that's the issue in y'all relationship. Just saying.
But it's like it's her point. But it's her point, the lady on the thing. Was her point not that y'all can take my dude, but the fact that my dude will here respect him. But I do feel like when you come to my house, you have to respect their spouse, or whoever they with, girl, or whatever. So I do get the thing of it ain't about you taking my man, but respect the fact that he my man. I'm not Players Club, Ebony walking around in her panties. Yeah. Even though she fucked him too, but again, you should not be walking around. I'm like she fucked him. But that's the thing. He saw it and he acted. But was her cousin was still wrong for walking around like that? Even though it's just Lance, it's like that ain't the point, bitch. That's not how you walk around.
No, she wanted that attention though.
And then
but even if she didn't. Go ahead, niece.
The other thing I was gonna say is like, let's be real. I have worn one-piece swimsuits to public areas versus trying to show like my body, and I still feel like my ass hangs out the swimsuit. Like the body's still going to give regardless. So it's like if your man gonna jump, he's going to jump. So if you have whole friends, don't invite them. Like
leave your whole friends somewhere else.
Yeah, and there it is.
And we coming to support your man event. That's probably
okay. Bitch, don't invite me if I can't have my ass out in my baby.
I can't conceal the cheeks. The body don't body, regardless.
And if my song come on, you ain't gonna tell me not to shake in the water, bitch. If I want shake in the water, I'ma shake in the water. It's my ass.
She can't say don't shake in the water. Now you can't. Now she can't be dictating that shit now.
But that's the shit she mean though. That's the shit
bullshit.
She really mean. That's why she was like, be mindful. My man is throwing this, so don't be in there throwing your ass back, splashing like it's a fucking big pimping video, bitch. Don't do that.
It ain't free. Okay.
Right. Girl, it's whatever the fuck I want it to be whenever I'm there. Okay. Because it sounds like an outdoor area, bitch. It sounds like a public place. It look like somewhere you can't dictate what nobody do.
Yes.
Like, the lake, bitch. Okay.
So it's safe to say we do not with that text message that was sent out.
You gotta look at that shit and be like, girl.
No, she
was I'm staying my ass at home.
You can't ask
like she gonna be on bullshit. I ain't
in my own pool.
You gonna have you feeling hurt. I'm hurt feelings.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to another one for the I don't choose section. Okay, these girls thought they were gonna run out on the plug twice. Let's get into it.
Oh, not twice.
Look. They're gonna say they're going to the bathroom. Y'all went to the bathroom? Hold up. Now to go sit it. Y'all ready to pay these bills? Get him, shorty. Shot towel. Get him, shorty. Shot towel.
I tried to record it.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't have walked out. Pay your bill. Yeah, y'all left them keys. Y'all shouldn't have walked out. The world's dumbest criminals. Y'all making us look bad. Yeah, dummies.
Hey.
Colin. That is
hilarious.
That was in Chicago.
It's all the commentary for me.
For real. Them niggas is hilarious.
The girl said, not y'all recording. Yeah, y'all dumbass.
You can't be dining and dashing and leaving your keys. Like, look, I have dined and dashed once as a joke when I was younger. Because the waitress was a bitch and was like, we're going to leave and whatever. But I feel like when you dine and dash, if that's your choice, you got to get all your shit together before you dash. Because you can't leave the keys. Girl,
I'm trying
just
to understand
stupidity.
why all of them went back. Like, couldn't one of y'all go back and swipe the keys? All of y'all coming back made a scene because it was like, oh, them bitches, here go all them bitches right here. Here they go. Like,
And that's the funny part. They came up. First of all, they could have reached over the little railing. These
And
fools
grabbed the
came
keys.
all the way back into it.
I think the waitress must have took the keys because that was Chicago. When they got shot, that's Chicago.
that's why
You
when she
have
came
to think about shit.
Oh,
They kept it in Chi-Town.
that's
And
what
Chicago's called Chi-Town. Yeah, but I'm like, you can't dine and dash. You can't dine and dash and come back as a group. That ain't even a rule. Okay, the rule is. Not that I know the rules, I'm just saying. Because I dined and dashed one time. The bill was like, was it an expensive bill? It wasn't an expensive bill. But the waitress was a complete bitch. And she was really, 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 really bad. It was really, really, really bad service that day. So we just like left like, fuck y'all. And we had to go back. But I feel like if you go down and dash, you cannot be out here going back as a group. We see all y'all together. And you don't even leave together. You leave one by one slowly. And you leave out at different exits, so that they don't know.
You went to the bathroom. Y'all went to the bathroom.
No,
I'm
I
imagining
dined and
them.
stayed.
I'm
I dined
imagining
and
them.
stayed and did not pay. Me and my homegirl went to like this. It was kind of like a club, kind of like hookah spot or whatever. And we had wings, we had hookah and everything. And it ended up like, you know how you go to those spots where it's like you can have dinner and stuff, and then it turns into the club and stuff later. DJ comes and all of that. That's what it was. We've been there a few times. She usually be on her stuff. It's the same girl that be at the bar. You know, she usually brings the receipts and stuff, and she never did. And we just continue to stay, have a great time. I think we was there from like 7 until like probably 1. Like we were just there hanging out. Like I was there for a minute and never paid anything and skipped out on the plug. I'm so sorry.
That wasn't your fault.
It was fun as fuck though.
Yeah, you deserve that one.
I'm about to tell you.
I say you deserve that one. I'm imagining these group of girls walking halfway to the car and saying, "Oh shit, we forgot the keys," and somebody saying like, "One of y'all gotta go back," and one of them broke.
We all gotta go back.
Yes, they was like, "No, because if I go back, I'm gonna get all y'all shit. All y'all coming back with me."
They should have took a note of who not to travel with next time.
True, or just call an Uber. They probably was in the rental car, called a rental car company.
I just hate that everybody looks like the ghetto girl starter pack. You know, long ass weave, fake Louis Vuitton bag.
You know why? They was visiting Chicago. They was visiting Chicago. Those visitors. Those they don't live there because that's not how they dress in Chicago, and 2, you don't dine. You know how to dine and dash in your city. You do that shit somewhere you don't know you at because you ain't smart enough to know what not to do. Because nobody would go back to Chicago as a group. It just would not happen. And that ain't how people dress there. So they was on some bullshit elsewhere.
Very. All right, y'all. Y'all know we about to go ahead and switch on over to y'all favorite shows, okay? But we gotta, stop. Let them get into it right quick.
You better like. You better like. You better You better like this video. You better like this video.
Hit that like, oh, we still
Come on.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into our first show because it was some foolery, in my opinion. Growing up hip hop, Angela doesn't want to talk about her relationship, but she wants to have her man on the show. You have what's his name, Twist, out here feeling like he could smoke up everybody's house, but I had to learn that Stevie's daughter is okay with smoking because that house was smoked out.
Yeah.
But then going to the actual event and smoking out, the event was kind of like, okay, calm down. And then you got Brianna going off on Boogie like she smashed Boogie and got me thinking Boogie was Brianna, the woman you was talking about that was going off at your house, and then you smashed her, and then she got you arrested, and then like, was it her? Because that's the energy that I'm getting.
Yep.
I want to hear y'all thoughts about this.
I don't feel like Angela don't want to discuss her stuff. I think it's Vanessa who's too nosy, and she like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't have to tell you shit. So I do think this season she is more open than she has been ever before, but I think she don't want to be interrogated by her sister. As if she has to, you have to give me your okay for me to say I'm with him. And they're not together no more. So I'm like, whatever. But I don't think it's her. I think it's Vanessa. Vanessa is with a whole Wayne's brother son. Okay. Until you talk about that shit, don't ask your sister about her shit. You have a whole man that you're not married to, that you have a baby by, and you don't ever bring him up or your child up on the show, but you always want Angela to show what she got going on the show when you ain't doing the same. JoJo has his wife and his kid on the show, which is fine, but I feel like Vanessa consistently wants to be Angela and Vanessa all the time, and I think she just wants to be Angela. She don't want to be boxer twins no more.
Neither one of them are that entertaining. They
not.
So the fact that she focuses on Angela so much is just like I think it's really because she knows she's boring, and she thinks that she's the boring one of the two. Exactly. But she thinks she's the boring one of the two of them. So she likes to always make, a big deal and be all inquisitive about Angela's life so that she doesn't have to focus on the fact that her own life is not a part of this fucking storyline and we're all wondering why. Like, where's your man? What's your man doing? Why are you on here worrying about Angela's cooch? I'm not even worrying about what's going on with Angela's cooch, and I'm a viewer. I don't even care. I don't care about her boyfriend. I don't care. I'm tired of them doing photo shoots every time they see one another. It's a fucking photo shoot. I'm tired of them. They work on my nerves.
I think
somebody said Angela's problem in period. Don't keep secrets from your sister, but tell strangers. I don't get why anyone feels as if Angela had to tell anybody what she doing with her man when others aren't doing that. That's the part I think is like, why is she the issue that she's talking a little bit about what's going on, but she like don't keep asking me more and more and more when I'm being forthcoming as far as what I'm doing right now. So that's what I thought about her, but I'm like, she's so boring. With Twist.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Niece. No, go ahead, Niece.
No, I was just saying, I don't know what Angela was keeping from Vanessa that she told Cree. I didn't see that it was anything new that she told Cree that she hadn't told anybody else. But I do think that Angela was getting all that pressure, having to explain why you picked up and moved to Miami. And who knows, things might have got rocky that same day, so she didn't want to talk about it to prevent herself from looking dumb in front of her siblings. You didn't pack up and move to, you ain't moved to Miami. You bought a location in Miami that you claim isn't for that dude. So I think, I don't know, maybe something happened in the back scenes with old boy that she just didn't want to explain.
Daniel.
Yes, Daniel.
And with Twist is usually funny, entertaining. I was mad that he was smoking at the little party thing. I was mad he was putting ash. I'm like, who puts ashes out on the white floor at a formal anniversary party? You came in with a triple cup of, I'm guessing, of Celine, and gloves and a blanket with house shoes on. I'm like, you've been a little bit too much yourself for the event. I get if it was like an event at their house, but they this is a planned dress up masquerade quarantine ball, and you and Brianna came in there looking like Jack and Jill, okay, down the fucking hill, and I didn't like it. And as far as Brianna beefing with Boogie, she has a drinking problem, and I think this right now she's drunk. And I think once she gets a little bit cleaner and less drunky, she'll get back to being kind of nice, but still aggravating.
Twist worked on my nerves this episode because I was disappointed with him. Like, the way he talked to Cree, it was just very disrespectful and uncalled for. Telling, this bitch need to get off my dick and all that. I can't stand when men get upset with women and decide to go straight disrespectful to that level, because I feel like you're lucky you're a dude. Because if a female talked to another, female like that, that would be fighting words. If it was, if a woman had talked to her like that, like bitch and all of this, he went way too far with it, just because people asking you not to fuck up the ambiance they spent all day creating. So I was annoyed with him. I also don't like his attitude that, I can just be a bum and be funky and dirty and come here in my pajamas and it's fine because I'm Twist. No, nigga, nobody cares like that. You're not that important. You have delusions of grandeur, and you need to get that together, because I liked you and now you're making me mad. Brianna is also making me mad because you're a fucking alcoholic. You're an angry alcoholic, and you see nothing wrong with that because you sit in the confessional with a drink telling us how, it is what it is. And to me, I feel like that just goes to show that you don't know what you're doing to yourself really, and you don't give a fuck. And it's gonna be sad to watch you deteriorate because eventually you will.
We hate to see
I think you already did.
quite a few times.
No, I just mean
was
like
muted.
as she gets older, like drinking like that, she's gonna lose her looks. Eventually, she's gonna have all kind of health issues and shit. Because when people drink like that, they be having kidney and liver issues all the fucking time as they get older. And even though she's all, you know, light-eyed and freckled and all of that shit, eventually that skin is going to get dry, dehydrated, and old looking. And you having light eyes ain't gonna have nothing to do with whether somebody gonna want to fuck you, because you're gonna be a lush. You're gonna look tired. Okay, yeah. Child, y'all ain't never seen how these alcoholics get them bags under their eyes when they be drinking like that all the time?
Yeah, that reminded me of Pam from Total whenever she showed her before and after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example.
Like y'all
I
keep
think
playing.
she need help.
But I wanted to go back to what Jamie was saying. Jamie, when I was watching this episode, I definitely thought that the girl that he choked out could have been Brianna. Because I was like, that sounds just about right. Like some crazy shit she might do. So,
But I don't think he knew her back then, though.
How long ago did he say it was?
It was in 2013. That's what they said online. It was a 2013 incident. I don't think he knew her back then. I think they just, because the guy who beat her up on the show, or somebody else choked her. She said. Because the news, the thing I pulled up said his incident was in 2013. I didn't know anything that Brianna had went through that mirrored that.
Interesting. I'm sure the bots are gonna find out who the girl was.
Probably
We talked about twisting
white girl.
and y'all gave y'all opinions on. Oh, she was a white girl.
No, I'm guessing.
Oh, probably so. Because he
That's
came
what
on
he
the show
likes.
with a white girl, I believe.
Yeah, he's only dated white girls.
Shocking to see him interested in Savannah. I'm like, okay.
It's for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To give her a storyline.
Even though she's very beautiful.
Isn't she?
What should I should make her money though? Do y'all think Stevie lying just for a storyline and he giving her money?
No.
It's a way to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, she don't do it.
I don't think he has the money to give her like that.
Well, he said he bought his son that condo, right?
I think he leased it.
There.
I think he leased it.
I think she live in a hotel.
I think she's fucking on old men on OnlyFans for money.
She's selling feet pictures or something.
Something.
How old is Twist?
Probably.
Does
I
anybody
think he
know?
in his 20s
Lil Wayne
still.
Jr.? Probably so.
I don't know. I know. I'm always shocked. Y'all know Twist is from Dallas. And it just blows my mind because I literally cannot tell you anything that he's done besides be on this show. So whenever he was acting like an
He's
asshole.
28 years old.
Okay.
He was born January 11th, 1983, 28. He act, okay, yeah, it makes sense. He act like a child.
1993?
No, 93.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Get your life.
Get
Get your life. Because niggas be thinking somebody care about them just because they was like Lil Wayne protege or some shit like that. Nigga,
Right.
just because, you know, Lil Wayne impregnated a gremlin bitch and they had you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that does not mean that you're special or something. Like, do something with yourself. And I mean, also, how your claim to fame is, I'm Justin Bieber's best friend, and you want to act all hood and shit. Nigga, I smack
He was? I didn't know that.
That's
He went to jail for
Oh.
he went to jail for Bieber years ago.
Yes, because that car wreck.
I think it may have been drugs too.
Wow.
It was something. It was something when he took the rap for that boy.
I did not know
And
that.
now Bieber rich with a white wife and Twist his own growing up hip hop.
Oh, help me. No, that was a tough one. We're going to move over to Married to Medicine real quick.
depressing.
Wasn't it? All right,
Yeah.
Tessa is over here still trying to get Scott to see her. Okay, she wants she wants him to see her. She is kind of unhappy, feeling disconnected, want them to get back connected. Okay. She's been talking about therapy. He said he got a therapist child and he's been talking to for about 6 months, and he ain't paid her a dime yet. Some would call it a side chick, but we are wondering at this time. Now, Miss Lisa Nicole Clout Fraud is out here with her business. Okay. She out here trying to give labs out here to people for COVID and stuff, and only for them to not get the results, honey. I think it took the people about 4 months. What Quad said, you want them to get their results from the grave. Oh, that was a good one. So she's having to address those rumors and everything she got going on. And then we saw, I don't have it up here, but Anila and Toya getting into their argument. Anila is tired of y'all. She wants y'all to listen to her. She says she's never talked mess about Toya. Toya has talked mess about her. She's done with it. She's moving on. And then we have Heavenly and Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud, whatever, getting into this argument on this RV. I want to know more about what Scott got going on. And now I'm wondering about the photo he just showed to the guys about the girl he was considering hiring. Is this your therapist? Who is this lady that you got over here in the corner? That's what I want to know about. And Lisa, I understand why she may have a lab, considering the fact that her husband is a doctor. So maybe it's like their lab together. But I was team Heavenly when Heavenly was like, girl, I be around this type of stuff all the time. So I understand what it takes to pull these type of projects together. So you was wrong and you lied and you don't do good business. I agree with Heavenly on that. And shout out to Anila for, let her voice be heard. What y'all got to say about all of this madness?
I want to know one thing from y'all. This scene with Scott and Contessa, Scott is cheating, okay? But this whole time I haven't really felt bad for Contessa because I felt like she was full of theatrics and she would always try to make him look bad in front of people. Mm-hmm. But this episode, I kind of felt bad for her. So I'm wondering, do y'all think that Contessa still wants this to be done? Like the relationship to be done? Or do you think she was putting on?
I don't think she was. I feel like her tears were real and genuine. I feel like she wants her marriage to work. I think she does. I do. I hate that he got, and hold on, as I'm saying this, I'm starting to think, but I don't like that he kind of like immediately cut her off and he was like, oh, are we, is this an interrogation? I'm like, it's a conversation, but you just bust out the blue talking about an interrogation, then you get up and you just leave the table. Like, that don't make no sense.
I didn't like the way he was sitting there listening to the conversation she was having with the therapist, acting like he was on his phone. And then when he hears something he don't like, he, making little noises and little slick ass comments. You gaslighting the fuck out this lady already. Okay, you ain't been home 10 minutes and you gaslighting the shit out of her already. And as they get into the conversation, I did feel like there was a want to be heard and understood and have some compassion from him. And it wasn't happening at all. But I feel like I had been noticing that for a while. Anytime she would get emotional, like the episode where 2 episodes ago, she started to cry about something and he was like, oh, calm down. Yeah. And it was just very fucked up that you respond to somebody's tears, with aggravation and annoyance. So I just kind of felt like I could definitely see her being honest and true with how she's feeling about their relationship, even if she doesn't want to be there anymore. It still might be hurtful that it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
I think both Scott and Contessa don't want to be together. I think they both do things at times that make the other one look wrong. So for me, every episode, one of them looks right and the other one looks wrong. So to me, they both have an issue. So I felt like when he walked in the kitchen, he said, okay, I'm gonna leave. She said, well, no, don't leave. So like, you knew he would hear stuff and then he would complain. The same way he knew him saying, you complain, she gonna say, well, see, it's like they both do shit to each other. And it's like, I don't care no more. Because they literally are not happy together. And they're forcing the fans to pick which one is right on each episode. Right. So I'm over it. I feel like Contessa wants him to feel for her when she wants him to feel for her. But when he wants to feel her, she don't want to be bothered with him, and vice versa. Yep. So it's like they both are using each other against each other, which will really just cause fans to fuss. So I'm like, I don't even care. he wrong as hell for the therapist that he fucking, because you don't find somebody online and talk to them for 6 or 7 months, you don't pay them. That ain't how life goes. So I think that part is a crack of bullshit. But I also feel like contestants know, and they're doing shit for the show. Because on social media, they're like, we great, we fine. Which means, okay, whatever he did, you forgave him. So I'm not finna sit up here and be like, oh my God, Scott's horrible, or she is. Y'all both fucked up people who married, and y'all having a hard time, and y'all trying to make the fans feel for y'all on the show. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. Because it's like, girl, the show not good enough for us to give a fuck every week who wrong, Scott or Contessa.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like they both trying to see, all right, who gonna make that move first? So Scott telling her, yeah, I ain't been paying her. He basically like, do what you want to do with that information. And then she came back like, so do you want me to be done? But I also was kind of like, she on some theatrics, because whenever he came in the kitchen, she said to the therapist, you said, what was that? You said I seek disappointment because of my father? I'm like, girl, why are you? I don't know. I don't like a lot of that put on.
I feel you on that, but I felt it was because she wants him to do therapy with her so bad and he doesn't want to do it. So by her saying no, don't leave, it was kind, and then she was like, oh, say hi. It was kind of like she was hoping that he would want to be a part of it in a positive way.
The last week she said, I'm not gonna badger you about therapy.
And that wasn't
say that to me.
That wasn't
But don't say that to me and then come in like, okay, come on, sit down. See, he only, said something when I'm like, I'm over both of them. I'm over Scott. I'm over Contessa. Because for me, it's what we got 2 episodes left within the season. I feel like not enough has happened this season to where we should still be giving a fuck, because it's like y'all been fussing about the same thing all season.
And ain't nothing changed. Same thing for 10 years as far as Contessa, tells it. So at the end, even though that they was fucking when they was on that trip, I was just kind of like, I don't know what's going on with them, but I do feel like Scott is doing something, because Scott is wearing younger clothes and Scott is working out in a way that I feel like he was not before. Okay. And even if Contessa is on bullshit, it's something about the way he runs off and the way he can get cold like that. It still made me feel bad for her, because like
she left the family and went to Tennessee.
I kind of thought about y'all they reminded me of Princess and Ray J, where Princess waits until she gets in front of people, because like the truth remains the same that Ray J is an ass to her. So I'm like, maybe this is what it is. Maybe the truth remains the same that Scott is an ass to her, but she knows that he doesn't give a fuck whenever it's just him and her. So she waits to get him in a vulnerable position in front of people to make him look like an ass. So maybe she thinks that'll invoke some change or whatever. So that kind of reminded me of Ray J and Princess.
Did you see that interview he did? He did some interviews today I saw. I know he was with Bow Wow on the Breakfast Club, but then there was another one after that. I think it might have been the Drink Champs or that Justin LeBoy one, whatever the fuck the one is where everybody be sitting around outside talking and shit. But he basically said that he made Prinky wait. He said, I made her wait like we were like 6 months until she couldn't take it no more. I said until she could. Yeah, I want to get to know her. She had to wait. So what that mean is she had to wait to fuck him, but he was out here fucking everybody. And I was just like, Princess, you went along with that? Did you let him do that to you? Like, you're beautiful. Why would you do that?
I don't believe him.
You don't?
Ray J say weird shit.
He do
all the time that be half truth and half lie. They probably didn't fuck for 6 months because she was still fucking Floyd. Or somebody, but you didn't make her wait because you didn't want to fuck. Right. So he'll say stuff that's not really true.
I was like, so you waited 6 months to fuck Princess? Word? When? Was it when you were still with Tiara? Because the last time I checked, there was overlap.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. He wanted to get to know her because he was already in a committed relationship.
Yeah, you were still fucking with Tiara. Tiara didn't even know y'all was broke up until y'all got on the show. And then you had, Princess drop all her shit off and all of that. That was fucked up, y'all. I will never forgive Ray J for how he treated Tiara that first season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
He's a fucked up individual.
And the fact that Princess wanted to be with him after that, I always used to say, like, bitch, you
But
act
she
like
was
he gonna treat
Floyd
you better.
before.
Yeah.
Well, how
and he
was
was
Floyd?
friends with Floyd.
So anyone who was fucking with Floyd, who we know is just not the best person, and then I don't put anything past anybody who fucks a friend. So I feel like if she fucking a friend, she don't care how bad Ray Day is. She know he got money. I think Princess knew Ray Day was a money grab.
Yeah.
She knew
Financial stability galore.
Because the Norwoods the Norwoods to me is just like the Jacksons, like, you know, any other famous family. Because again, Brandy and Ray J have been in the industry for at least the past 20 years, in one way or the other. So I feel like she knew that's a family that's in the business. Let me get my hooks in, and that's why Sonya didn't like her, because she knew she was there for the money, and she got into Ray J's pockets, got into his bed, and now she married that man forever because she's not gonna leave him, and he ain't gonna leave her.
And that's why she was pressing that prenup before they got married. I remember that episode. She was pressed.
Because she like, who wants to? I don't want you to marry this lady, and she get all the money, because we are a family of money. You need a prenup. And I think Princess knew, I don't mind signing one as long as I get some stuff in the prenup. But she also knew, once I have kids by him, I'm gonna be set anyway, because she got a good 18 years left now with them 2 kids, and I feel like they're gonna have a third one. I think she likes, because she liked kids.
That's actually sounding about right. The week that they good, she gonna get pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah, because I listened to half of the interview today. He said that they are good right now. They had a hard time at one point, rough patterns or whatever, but now they know they can fuss and argue, but they can't go too far with it. And now, because they've worked through that stuff, they good now. I'm a family man. I'm like, right, you always say that. And then in 2 more months,
Sarah?
she aired you out. Ooh. That was weird though. Even Bow Wow talking about how he don't want to settle down because he feel like, Bow Wow said he don't want to settle down because he feel like he can't be out in the clubs and not have women in his section if he's married. I'm looking like, but why you want to forever be in the clubs? I don't get how you can grow. I'm like, Jay-Z be at home with Beyonce, bitch. Get you a Beyonce and sit the fuck down.
He's too immature.
I randomly just started singing "Danger." She smashed the homies. I was talking about Princess and Miss Jasmine.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I don't already moved on. Sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into Run the World. Okay, we see Renee looking for an apartment for her husband. Okay, she's trying to go ahead and put him out. She's been waiting on this for some time. We can see Whitney going through her motions. She's still over here really second guessing her whole getting married to her boo. And we also see that Sunday done got caught out here. He tried to tell her, listen, we need to go and tell America that we together. And because of course he's her advisor, and she's a student at the university, so they can't really be dating, but he decides to kiss her out in public. So now they're going to have to deal with the backlash of that when they both got the emails from the university. And then we see Miss Ella over here getting down real good by Anderson. I want to say this. I feel like Sunday's man, I can't think of his name. I'm wondering if he was the one that probably went ahead and said something or you know, made a complaint or something so they could come out, because he already and tell everybody that they were together anyway. That's what that's just something that popped in my head. When it comes to Renee, like, what she filled out a whole application for this man to get an apartment. So you know he can't take care of it. So was you gonna finance that too? He came out better staying in the house. Those are my thoughts about that. And now I'm starting to see why Ella is caught up in this little cycle, this merry-go-round with Anderson, because he put it down right.
Yes, I just want to say, first off, I was so happy for Ella this episode, because we've seen her attempt to get some good sex, but this episode I was like, this is what you were trying to replace. This is what it was supposed to hit for. Very, very nice. It was they're beautiful people. That was nice. I don't know what, I don't think that Sandy and the professor told on him. But my thing is like, why they kiss in public like that if it was that big of a secret?
That was the same thing. As soon as they did it, I put in my notes, they kissing in public like they not scared of somebody seeing them. Like, I was like, what is that about?
Right. I just assumed they must not be afraid. So whenever they was all scared on the stoop, I was like, but y'all kissed in public like that.
And then the drum circle, girl. At the drum circle.
Music stopped. And then the way that she walked in his classroom in the first or second episode, everybody knew they were smashing. The way she walked in, making that little comment.
She undermined the shit out of him in front of all of them people.
Yes. So that was obvious. And then Whitney, oh, that girl Whitney doing the damn fool. Go ahead and call off the wedding. Please. Call off the wedding. I'm just too upset that she spilled all that food on the damn floor because the food was looking pretty good. I was like, damn, you doing all that? And then Renee is giving, I thought she was going to be the friend that was going through a divorce, but Renee is very much giving the friend that talks shit about her man, but she ain't leaving her man.
I feel like I finally understood why Whitney was with Ola this episode. I was wondering. I was like, is he a lame? Like, do you not, you know what I'm saying? What's the issue? But I mean, he's nice looking. He's funny. He has a good time with her. He cares about her feelings. Like we really got to see them interact throughout the episode. And I was just kind of like, just say that you don't want to get married yet because you feel like you haven't lived. Just say that, because that's really what it is. And I think it's so funny because whenever people tell younger girls, you know, hey, don't rush, everybody ignores you. But the truth of the matter is, like, it's the truth. You don't have to, because at the end of the day, you have so much time to just be with one person. You really do. Sandy and this nigga, I don't like him for some reason. I just don't. Jay Lee, something happened with your sound.
You can't hear me?
I can, but I think it went from your ear to something else. I don't know, but I just heard it switch or something.
Let me see. Hold on.
It sounded good. Something what drifted. And then it seemed right here. Well, I mean, I just had to go have sex after that. But
right. You like, hold on, let me see what they talking about.
Okay. That was just basically it. And I'm glad Renee got Jason out, but I thought it was so funny how, you know, she was sad when she got home. It was like, well, you know. Oh, and also this episode, I really loved how they ran out to have a good time together. Like, it was like they was gonna have a good time no matter where they was. It didn't matter. And they was just going from this place to that place to this place. Everybody is just so, you know, like live, just really enjoying the day on a nice Saturday. Everybody looking nice. When they ran down them stairs, like, bitch, I done got out the house. Let's go. Like, I know the feeling. So like me and my friends go to Afro beats all the time. Okay, so that song they was playing, I was like, oh my God, they play that every time we go out.
That's the one.
Yes.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's better.
That damn FaceTime.
Yes, I heard something, you know, change. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this episode. I also want to tell everybody that I like the soundtrack. I like jazz, and Robert Glasper did the theme music and a lot of like the jazz that we hear for the whole episodes and stuff like that. And they did a soundtrack and it sounded real good in my G. Just saying.
So I didn't hear nobody say it because I was on FaceTime. So I'm sorry. But what I do know is y'all said some great things. But Renee and Jason, I think it's hilarious that she loves him but hates him and was upset that he left when she told him to leave. I'm like, she's crazy. I really want Whitney to just know, either leave Ola, is it Ola, or stay. But I feel bad that she feels conflicted. Because again, I don't think he's done anything wrong. So I really want to figure out like why she feels like she can't either, one, be honest with herself and just be happy, or two, leave. So that part is confusing me. Sandy and Matthew, I feel like had she listened to him and just told the school about them he would not have gotten in so much trouble. And so I think that's why when he found out, the school knew why he felt upset. Because had we told them, it wouldn't be an issue because we disclosed it. But because they found out, it's like we doing some underhanded shit. And then with Ella and Anderson having all the good sex, all episode long, showing ass and titties the whole. I'm like, they're showing ass and titties. I really wish they would have shown his dick. I really just wanted to see that.
Well, I just wanted to see his ass. I'm glad they showed his ass. I
want to see the pink. I want to see a bit of the pelvis. And even how she told him that she wanted to have sex like Janet Jackson, and he wanted to have sex like Belly. I'm like, did you murder the two? Because was it a bit of both at the end? I like them as a couple. I do, and I don't want them to like break up at the end because maybe he got a baby and after that she don't know about. I don't want a shooter drop because I want their sex scenes to continue.
I'm gonna say that I'm offended that we only got one dick drop this whole time, because once we had got that first dick drop by Community Dick, I thought we were gonna get more, and you know, I was like about that. But yeah, you know, it gave Buns of Steel and, you know, a little bitty titty committee, and that's always amazing. But we got to see Light Skin's ass for sure, because he was grinding into Homegirl with his daughter outside the door.
In episode 1, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much. So much.
Hilarious. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to Joseline's Cabaret. I got a lot of pictures here to lay out how the episode went. But the moral of the story was Miss Natural going crazy and Yummy acting like she's innocent. I felt like Miss Natural, y'all ain't even been there that damn long for you to be sitting up here being so upset about loyalty and friendship and all. I just feel like y'all have not been there that long even. And why would you feel so comfortable to share so much of your life with Yummy and you don't even know this lady? You only known this lady for about 2-3 weeks or something. Why is you telling
I only watched the beginning
business?
of it. And because I didn't see the whole episode, I saw when she talked to Joseline and how she was saying that I told her A, B, C, D, F, and G. I did wonder the same thing, but I feel like she felt close enough to tell Yummy stuff. And I do wonder if Yummy used that against her in some way, knowing that because Natural felt like they was cool. It's also, why is it cool for, it should be cool for me to kind of call you out on some BS or whatever. But I still feel like Joseline calling, switch ears. Joseline calling Natural a bully didn't sit well with me. I felt like
me neither.
She wasn't a bully, even if she's bigger than or was more aggressive or whatever she said to Yummy P. That's not bully shit. That was me calling on your bullshit by calling me out. So
and
I
why
didn't like
is
that.
Beating her ass better? Like, tell me, explain to me. I would have felt better if you were just fighter. Why? Why is that better?
I gotta fight.
That makes no fucking sense. And here's my thing. I see somebody said that Miss Natural took her divorce situation out on Yummy. I do feel like to a certain extent, all of her angst and anger and why she's up here is because of all of that personal shit she was talking about. The shit with her son, the shit with the divorce, that at home shit that she can't even deal with right now because she's here. But like she said, the energy has been fucked up in that house the entire time, and she's been one of the least confrontational people. And Yummy, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Yummy purposefully befriended her and made her feel like she can trust her so she could use her for the weed and alcohol. Yeah. Because she kept saying it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, you're out of town, you gotta get your weed man to come and drop the shit off. Especially, you gotta get the shit delivered. It's just way too much going on, you know, for to be out here sharing weed with people. So I feel like they really must have been like talking and having conversations and shit for her to feel like that. And I'm not about to be mad at Miss Natural for thinking that the bitch that everybody is manipulated by is, you know, not gonna fuck over her. Like she didn't think she would fuck over her, but everybody also feels like she's being bullied. So I think it has to go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna think that Yummy is all frail and, you know, she's not problematic the way she really is, then y'all need to also understand how Miss Natural could have felt that way about her at the beginning as well, and not felt like she needed to like really not tell her shit. I mean, fuck, they all been sharing shit about their lives with one another. It's just that certain people have clicked up. That's a part of the whole situation. Everybody got their life shit. But Yummy definitely gave me like little crazy manipulative gremlin bitch vibes. Like she is not to be trusted. And the fact that she whipped into this, well,
she dressed like a voodoo preacher from the 1900s. I don't like Yummy P.
The eyes are always wide, and then she goes into the baby voice. Have y'all ever seen that movie Orphan?
She talked like she talked like Nicki Minaj.
That's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of that Orphan movie where it's a grown ass woman that pretends to be a 10-year-old kid, and so she can move in on that lady husband. That's Yummy P. Okay.
So I thought Yummy was crazy this whole time, but what really baked the cake for me was Joseline hollering at Yummy and Yummy sitting there taking it. So if anybody looked manipulative to me or crazy to me, it was Joseline, because just that last episode, she was already kind of stretching it last episode whenever she exposed in front of the rest of the girls what Yummy was going through with her mother and her grandmother, right? So then as soon as she got mad at Yummy, she started yelling at her like she was a child. And the reason why she did that was because she knew that the position that Yummy held at home with her mom and her grandma. So I'm like, why would you do that? So not only did you do that to Yummy, you knew how to reprimand her because you knew some of her trauma. You decide to tell Natural something like, she tried to play dumb about something with Natural, saying she was being toxic, and Natural basically said, I had a one-on-one conversation with you. You know what was going on. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, really, Joseline?
I enjoyed that moment.
Yes, I'm glad that Miss Natural, y'all, I wanted Miss Natural to reach over and hit Joseline, because what she did was just overboard. She tried to play dumb, and it took everything in Miss Natural not to hit Joseline. But she was doing right this whole time.
You could tell. And I'm gonna tell you, I think she's jealous of her. And that's what, because when they would, Joseline was talking to the choreographer girl, and the choreographer girl said Miss Natural was the best one. And she was like, really? But she not getting all the steps. And it's like, I think that you're intimidated or jealous of anybody that does things better than you. Miss Natural is a real dancer, a trained dancer. It's in her body. You can just tell by the way she move in her body structure that this is somebody that's been dancing for a long time. Joseline, you know how to shake your ass, but you don't know anything about the gracefulness that it takes to be a real dancer, and she does. So as much as Joseline wants to be the, in charge of the girls, she also has to make them feel small to make herself feel big. And Miss Natural in that moment was like, we already had this moment, and you really sitting up here telling me I'm bullying this fucking girl. Now you gonna act like you don't know why I was going off in my room. She raised up on her, and Joseline bitched up and called security. I said, I love how you bitched up when it came to her. Now with Yummy, you had your hand in her face like this the whole fucking time. Miss Natural, you kept your distance, didn't you?
Yep. And didn't start yelling until security came. It was her saying to Yummy, go to your room and don't come out. I was like,
go ahead.
Yes, she said, Jamie, go back and watch it.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it at all. I started. I didn't finish because I'm like whatever. But I feel like Joseline has always been that person. So for me, it's weird that people make it seem as if Joseline like wants to be the betterment. You pick hookers and hoes to come dance for you because you knew you could degrade them. So my thing is, you want to speak about how other people should uplift women, but look who you picked. You picked women so that you could degrade them in any way because you knew it. Because there are plenty of trained dancers who would love to be in a cabaret show with you, who can do the job. But you pick who you pick because you knew you can dog them out. You can't do that with trained actual dancers.
Why is Chanel on there? Why is Boss there? I don't think I see her.
No, the fact that she had big face in her who could not dance. You pick people to be on a show to create a show. You don't care about no cabaret. You don't, because you would not have picked strippers. So I'm like, Joseline has always been this person. She just has better makeup, more money, and a better production team.
Yeah, that's why the grand like $10,000.
Yeah, that's not a lot of money at all. After taxes, that's nothing.
It's not, and I get tired of hearing them talk about how this is going to change their life. I be like, how? You starting off with 10 racks.
I'm gonna tell you why, because they living in their car. That's why.
Homeless.
Yikes.
$10,000 can get you an apartment.
Right.
At least
I was,
for 6
I was,
months.
I was proud of Joseline for being so calm with Miss Natural because she usually get with women like Miss Natural, but she
No,
didn't.
she
So
don't.
I was,
She know
was
that
No, she
scared.
don't.
Jocelyn gets bullied. She
was
gets
taking
bullied
in her
because she can
boobs.
beat.
yikes. She said, I need you to bring
I
this here.
think she knew. I think she knew if Natural went off, she would beat her ass because I think she know Natural has a lot of built up frustration, and you don't fight anybody who has built up because they're gonna take all that anger out on you. So she knew to calm down, calm down.
She said, I need you to be right here.
It's
I
okay.
need you to be right here.
Because I kept wondering from the preview, I'm like, why was
She kept saying, I need you bring it down here. I need
because
you
I'm
right
like, why
here.
she keep doing it? Because I didn't get what had happened. I'm like, why she saying calm down? I'm like, what's going on? Just fight her. Because any other time you fight somebody,
right?
But you do not do this time.
It's because she didn't want that smoke.
Nope.
To be real, like she didn't want that smoke from that girl. She didn't want to fight that girl.
She said, "The Yummy, who did you think you was? Did you think you could do that?" Yummy said, "No, no, I didn't think I was. No, I didn't think I could. I didn't think I was." No. I was like, this girl, I wouldn't be able to sleep in the house with a bitch like Yummy. She seemed like somebody else. I would not be able to sleep. Doors would be locked.
She wear her mama clothes. Yeah. She on TV in her mama clothes and her mama wigs. Okay, you can't tell me no different. I don't trust anybody in their mama shit. She's a Norman Bates female person.
I was just about to say like a female Norman Bates bitch. You just out my mind.
I cannot.
Her mama at home. Her mama at home sleeping eternally.
Girl, dirt nap. It's like, get out of here, Dad. Get out of here, lady.
Y'all know what I hate so most about Yummy? Not only does she like to act hard in her confessionals, but that's not how she is around the girls. I hated how she was so afraid of Miss Natural until Miss Joseline came out, and she thought that Joseline was going to defend her. Like, she started being more snappy. Like, you shouldn't be here. Like that,
that comment about if she was gonna do something, that she would have done it. Like I was like, no, you didn't. That's fighting words, bitch, and you know it.
Did season 1 have a reunion?
No.
Oh no, I'm thinking about Beyond the Pole. Nah, they didn't. I don't think.
I hope they have a reunion. I hope Zeus is smart enough to know you need a reunion.
They already said they would. When your girl said, "We'll see y'all at the reunion," like. They're gonna have a reunion.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah, they're gonna beat that girl ass.
As long as it's not like that One More Chance reunion. Ugh.
Oh my god, I never finished the reunion. I left the last 2 parts off. My brain cannot do it no more. I gotta buy some earbuds today. I ordered some earbuds, but I don't know why this noise is in my earbuds.
All right, y'all. We're about to skip on out on this Joseline, and we're gonna scoot on over to Ready to Love. Okay, we only got a few people left in the show. What all happened? David, at the top of the episode, self-eliminated himself. Would not allow Liz to get a word out at all. He went ahead, self-eliminated himself. Ron, who ended up getting eliminated, decided he'll throw some salt on the wound that Alexis got and say that he kissed Amber. I'm like, okay, he done told all the tea. He went on a date. He said after going on that date with Amber, he realized that, this ain't him. Baby, bye. Joel and Bernicia had a disagreement because he said that he would choose Kyra if he could leave that same day. Shout out to Amber for being messy and bringing that up. And then Alexis, she still wants AJ attention. She is up here bothered by the fact that Ron told her what he told her, and she wanted to hit AJ up thinking he was gonna be a confidant. That didn't happen. And then you got Kyra and Jason are both undecided on who they want to be with. And then you also have Alexis calling out Amber at the end of the show. I'm just glad David is gone. I hate that they did not get the chance to tell David, baby, you out, versus him trying to beat her to the punch and say, oh, I'm going to eliminate myself. Ron, you full of BS, but I was shocked to hear that he went on a date with Amber. And I found it very interesting that she let him kiss her, because in the beginning of the season, did she say she don't do that? I could have sworn she probably said something like she don't let people kiss on her or whatever. But she passed.
She didn't let Troy do it because she said Troy was kissing on everybody.
That's what it was. It was Troy. Okay. And then with Joel and Bernicia, I have to say, I liked how Joel handled the situation. Although Joel did not go straight to Bernicia and tell her what he did right off, I liked how he was kind of calm. But she was the one that was really getting extremely upset. But it's like, I mean, y'all still are out here dating other people. He's not solely your man just yet. So why are you being so loud and you're yelling and you're just like overly upset? So I didn't really connect with that. AJ and Alexis, Alexis, stop playing, girl. Just eliminate yourself. I want her to go because I'm tired of this. And that's pretty much it. I wasn't mad at Alexis for calling Amber out at the end of the episode. I think she called a Judas for kissing him. I think Trish gonna take her back either way. I think he gonna let her explain her side, and he's gonna be okay with it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, they are out here dating, but it was messed up to hear how close she was with Amber. I mean, with Alexis, and then you out here shady.
I seen Amber posted on social media that night that when the episode aired, and she brought up how her and Chris would constantly have conversations about who they was dating. So as far as I'm assuming, she said they both will be honest with each other with who they dated and what happened and who they liked, and that's why they had a better connection because they was being honest with each other. So I don't think it's going to be a big issue, and I do agree that they're going to probably work it out. I loved Joel, whatever it is, and Venetia's argument and come back together this because it showed one, they care about each other, and two, they both were trying. He didn't want to hurt her feelings, so that's why he did not tell her about what he said about Kyra. And I felt like when she found out, she just felt dumb, like, you playing me, but I like you, and I've never picked anyone but you. But they both still wanted to fight about it because they both like each other. And I like how Chris came and said, dude, go talk to her because she done or whatever. And how Joe said, I know this is not worth me losing her. So even though he should have told her, I like how he was willing to keep talking to her. And even her admitting that, I get mad, let me be mad, I'll get over it, but I need to, I need to say what I'm going to say. And so I like how they kind of came at the other end. And then for Alexis really just wants to be chosen by whoever. And now because the only person left to choose her is AJ. She feels like her competition is strictly Kyra. And Kyra has to choose Jason so that AJ can then choose her. And I feel like that's dumb. Because you and AJ not really connected like that. Yeah, like he just your last option. And I also like Kyra don't really like AJ or Jason. She just wants to still be here to figure out, okay, who can I act like I want to be with? Because I feel like at this point, who you want to try harder with. You should not be still trying to figure it out at this point. Because again, this is episode 8 or whatever. You should know, okay, I want him, and then we're gonna let it go from there. But I mean, they are crazy.
I have to disagree with y'all on the way that Joel handled the situation. I was pissed. I felt like I saw a lot of the, I guess, manipulation with him. And I felt like he was gaslighting her. And I feel like the only reason why he remained so calm was because he didn't want to self-incriminate. And he kept saying, oh, well, I'm telling you now. What, sir? So the other person who I was looking crazy at was Amber, because if you really wanted to get that information to Vernisha, you should have told her in private in order to save her from the embarrassment. The information definitely should have came out. Oh, well, it came out, but I just felt bad that Vernisha was embarrassed because she looked like she wanted to cry. Now, Vernisha, the other thing I didn't like was he allowed her to throw a fit. She threw a fit. And whenever, Jaylee, you said that Joel told Chris, I know this ain't worth me losing her, he's trying to minimize his wrongdoings, is what I felt like he was trying to do. He didn't want to take the situation seriously and fully admit up to what he did. So that's why I was upset.
I got one question. Do you feel like when they were fussing and he kept saying to her, it wasn't about Kyra, it wasn't about that, I was just mad. But I do feel like, do you think that because she was mad, she didn't hear him say that? I think she kept feeling like he really wanted Kyra, and she felt like he was playing her. I just wonder if she didn't hear that and got what he meant by that. Even though we know he was wrong for it, I just wonder if she didn't hear him say that.
I think she heard it.
I don't think that I think it could have been anybody and she would have acted the same way. It's the simple fact that you are willing to pull a stunt. Like, that's just childish. You pulling a stunt like that over something little, how can she trust you? And then not only do you pull the stunt, when she approaches you on it, you don't fully admit to it. You continue to try to minimize the situation because you don't want to feel like you were in the wrong. And then the other thing that I didn't like was whenever they finally made up, Vernisha tried to ease his worry by letting him know, well, I might get mad, but I don't ever stay mad for long. Because she then didn't want him to feel like, oh, well, whenever she get mad, she never not going to get over it. So I'm just going to back up from her. She still wanted to let him know, like, hey, I was mad, but now I'm good, so we're going to be good, so don't worry. So I don't think any of that was healthy or authentic. I think Joelle is full of it, and Vernisha really just has her eyes set on him when she should have been dating other people.
I agree. I totally agree. It pissed me off, and it's because I know, like, it's a New Orleans nigga thing to do something that's fucked up, or you know, just something you wouldn't want somebody to do to you in a relationship. And then when somebody come at you about it, you like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. But look, you know you look nice, right? You know you look good. I don't even know what you talking about with that stuff. Like, we do that to each other. So it's like, you know, when I say he gonna baby the shit out her, he gonna accent the fuck out her, we do that to each other. And men specifically do that to women down here because we can be swayed by it. And he knows that. So if I don't have to take responsibility, all I gotta do is keep giving her that little energy or whatever that she like from me, then she's just gonna forget about it. That's what he was hoping for. But the house wasn't letting him get over it. To tell the truth, the house wasn't. When Chris came to him and said sometime, it was like, okay, now I have to address it. And he, even then, I still felt like in some way he wasn't taking full responsibility, and that annoyed me. So I was turned off by that. It made me feel not that hopeful about the situation, like he was playing games with her. Like, that's what it made me feel like. And it also, the way, wasn't it, who was it? Was it him that said that they were supposed to go out and then he never tell her that they weren't going out? So he was like, oh, you should have just known that we wasn't going because I ain't hit you up. That type of shit, you too old for that type of shit.
That's why he was mad at her before. That's what the argument was about.
Well, guess what? He was wrong. He was wrong then, and he wrong now. That's some inconsiderate young nigga shit for you to not communicate adequately and then get mad at her like it's her fault for feeling a way about you not communicating adequately. Like, I'm telling you what it is. Either you gonna man up and communicate, and when we're not doing something, call me and let me know we're not doing something. Don't just be like, oh, she'll figure it out, because what it shows me is you don't give a fuck about my feelings. That's what that shows me. So I wouldn't even want to deal with him, to be honest. Like, that's just me. But she gonna keep fucking with him because she not from here, and she gonna be baby to death. Alexis, like y'all said, pick me please. You know, like, AJ has not given any of these women anything enough for them to still have him here. He is not giving them anything in order for them to still be there. Amber, I do have my questions about, you know, whatever happened with her and David, because it's like, I mean, her and Ron, because I was like, the fuck? Like, that's weird, bitch. That's kind of random. What's going on there? I want the information, you know what I'm saying? But I also felt like Alexis was overreacted in that situation. And I wasn't really that mad about her throwing it out there, that the Kyra situation with Joelle and Vernisha, because I felt like, how long you was going to wait to tell her? Granted, she could have told her in private, but that would have made for less TV magic. So we gotta.
I think she said it because they was talking about it. Because it's not like, I know in the confession she said one thing, but in the scene they were talking about who he was connected to, and when he then said Venetia, she then said, but in the thing, then you say that. So I don't think it was even a conscious let me think about snitching on you. I think, in my opinion, it was in the conversation where you said this because Chris said that. I think she waited for the right moment. I think she waited for the right moment. But I heard her say before they started the scene that she was going there to drop that bomb because she heard that he had not told Vernisha about what was said, because Chris told her about what was said in the little men's click up or whatever. So I'm thinking she getting all her information about this shit from Chris, to be honest. But I thought she said off rip that she was coming in there to let that be known. So I think that was from the confessional. I think when they show us the scene and they show us the confessional, which has happened after the fact, you can then say, well, I knew this and I knew that, and I said it at that point. But in the scene, it seemed like The women were talking. He walked up. She then asked him, "So who your connection with?" He said, "It's with you, baby." And then she said, "But you said the thing it was with Kyra."
She
said, "What?"
him. She lawyered him. He
well,
was
yeah.
bullshit.
I mean, she's
calling
smart.
him out on it in front of everybody. That's definitely the situation. But it still could have left Vernisha feeling embarrassed, so it could have been done in a way that maybe didn't embarrass her, and I do understand that. But like I said, I'm not upset at her for putting it out there. Liz and Jason surprised me this episode. I was actually like, you know, like, oh my God, like they're really like kissing and shit. When they was kissing, I was feeling it. Unlike that kiss that Joelle, unlike that kiss that Joelle had with Vernisha, where it looked like it hurt. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't even like my husband all the time. I love him, but I do not like him all the time. But if he kissed me, we are kissing. Do you hear me? If he kissed me, we are kissing. There is no half-ass kissing. It can't even happen. It don't work.
But you can't force somebody who dating kind of sort of the kiss for 10. It was awkward as fuck, and it was awkward. They had kissed for 10 seconds on cue. You can't do. You don't want to drink. You want to drink. I think they both like this is weird. We got to kiss.
Nah.
It was a weird thing for me, and I'm like, okay.
Vernisha was all into it. I think Joel didn't want to like embarrass her, especially after what just happened.
So somebody go ahead and time mark this. Bondi and Lyric better show up.
Don't be putting porn on here again. Your channel shut down.
But I bet you it's not gonna look like that. And I even put me on the spot and everything.
But that's your husband, though. You can't compare you and Lyric to Venetia and that man.
8.
Listen, she rubbed her booty on that man's penis.
Did she?
Oh yes. Many a time. I almost feel like the first time she stopped being so upset with him, he walked up behind her and kind of put his, his pelvis on her butt a little bit. Like to the side, like he was like, "What's up?" Which he leaned over her shoulder a little bit, and she liked that shit. And I was just like, "Yeah, nah." They definitely got some physical energy going on betwixt the two of them. Okay.
Somebody said they think they had sex. I was like, oh, I think all of them could have.
I was wondering about
could have, because she was showing out.
And part of me was wondering how often they really even kiss. Like, do they kiss at all?
Because I said maybe they don't do PDA. And to them, it's awkward kissing in front because they don't do PDA. Because think about it, we haven't seen them do much more than hug and giggle. Like nobody really, we haven't seen them kiss at all. So I said maybe they don't do PDA, so that's awkward for them to get kissed with. It's everybody don't
like nobody either. I just want to say that Kyra don't like nobody neither.
Yeah, she does. I think she want to get yours too. She's like Alexis, except she's like Alexis, but she's less obvious with it.
I don't know. With Alexis, this episode, I was so turned off by Alexis because this whole time she's been acting like she has this grand personality, but she's really insecure AF, which is why to me, she seemed to be one of the only women pursuing men on the show. And she was jealous because Kyra didn't have to pursue. She had to pick. So she was just real bitter, and something about her just gave me negative energy. And I think she knows she's that way because then it took me back to when she was talking about Chrysanthemum and she was like, yeah, look at her outfit, never trying to tear down another woman because maybe you're familiar with tearing down women.
Oh, yeah, as a little thing.
Here we go. See, that's
okay, Joe.
Oh, see, it's forward.
Move your hand, Lydia.
See, it's forward.
I'm gonna remove y'all. I'm gonna remove y'all from this video.
Bonnie's about to log off. Bonnie's
You on mute? We can't hear you.
You on mute, Bondi.
Come through January.
She's talking to Lyra.
Oh, I think
it's fresh. I'm sorry, we were talking. Huh? What happened?
I'm gonna get you off the screen.
Was it 10 seconds?
No, it's
we were
like
laughing,
20.
so we don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no, for real.
It was forever.
I wasn't expecting all that. Ooh, are we done with Ready to Love? Because it seems like Bondi's ready to.
I will say this though,
and do other things.
I will say this for Alexis. to be upset about what Ron said after he dogged her out. I think she's stupid because why believe anything he said when you seen who he really was? So I feel like even if Amber did go on a date with him, I would not have fully believed him enough to be upset with Amber. I would have asked her, but I wouldn't have been upset.
Look at the comment from Jazzy Go. Somebody look at this comment from Jazzy Go.
not everybody moist. Not moist.
Girl,
not moist. Not a towelette.
I cannot. Oh my
wait,
God.
wait.
Oh, if only he would get a haircut. Anyway, moving along.
I can't.
I had to give that
on,
to y'all because I wanted y'all to see that it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But see, you like that.
We see each other.
You've been banging that man though. You banging that man.
But it's also 10 years. Like, it shouldn't even be all that at this point. Shit.
That's
we
a
old.
wonderful thing. All right, y'all. Let's get into sistas. Okay. Andy about to get shot. Meanwhile, Gary did. Okay. Miss Thang, Danny is in the tub with her boo. Good job for her. Who I got over here? Sabrina. It took Sabrina the entire episode to get this man out of her house. Everybody has moved on. Calvin has come to the house twice, and he's still there. It took her the whole episode to get this man out. Who else we got? Every time Fatima and Zach come on the screen, I just love them. I want them to be together so bad. Even Zach went to 2 different locations before Sabrina got this man up at her house. And then we have because I was really bothered. She gets on my nerves. And then we have Karen. Aaron is ready to smash Karen because he's feeling a way about catching her in the closet with Zach. What y'all thoughts about all of this mess?
It's a mess. Why so many cliffhangers? Why are you leaving cliffhangers on the first episode after we just came back from a season of cliffhangers? We want answers.
What kind of games is Fatima playing? Like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, bitch, pick a side. 2, this nigga had my nerves bad. I thought he was gonna like sexually assault Karen. I was nervous. I was like, oh no, kick him in the dick. And then this situation, I wanted her to call the police. How many times I gotta tell you get the fuck out of my apartment? She been telling him get the fuck out of her apartment for like 6 months now. Like, this is the last 2 episodes of the last season. She was telling this nigga to get out of her apartment.
But she don't be meaning shit though. She says shit and she don't mean it. And this is my thing with Sabrina. Sabrina really be halftime fucking people and then make it seem as if she's confused as to why they confused about her being confused. You told that man came over at night and fucked you and had his dick in your refrigerator. Okay, his dick was in the refrigerator. He not leaving yet because he trying to figure out if you really want him to leave. And then Calvin,
with all due respect, when I tell you to leave and I go in my bedroom and close the door, bye.
Well, no, he's supposed to leave, yes. But I feel like even Calvin popping up again, nigga, call first. You popped up the first time, did not work out. Don't pop up again. So I felt like Tyler Perry kind of wasted this episode, even for how long it took Jasmine and Andy to talk. I'm like, why are they still talking? You have a gun, shoot the bitch, shoot her dead. Like, I felt like Andy should have died real quick. Period. And I'm like, in the hole, is he dead? What, bitch, did you check? Where's the blood? Why did Andy have no blood?
How long the cops held the gun on her when they came in the door? Like, oh my fucking God. Like, it was just forever with that scene. Every little thing about it just took forever with the most repetitive fucking dialogue. And you know what's upsetting about this? This scene with the girl and the gun and all of that. It's straight from What's Love Got to Do with it. Okay. This is when Shireen comes in there with the gun on anime. And she's like, Shireen, and all of that shit. Y'all remember that? Okay. So that scene didn't even take that fucking long. So you had a blueprint for how long this scene was supposed to be. And you still found a way to circle the airport like 20 times with the dialogue, bro. Like, please help us help you. Where the new writers?
It's an aggravating show. But no, even while y'all had Danny and Preston in a tub, first of all, that tub too small to hold Danny and Preston. Okay, because Preston got muscle upon muscles. Okay, Danny got hips. Her tub, it didn't make no sense. Why? What's going on? Jesus, don't do it.
I was uncomfortable every time I looked at them.
Shot. And yeah, it was a mess. I was like, how did they film this? This is a close-up shot. Y'all look real.
I mean, and also, what is Gary gonna be doing in the bathroom if he's not bleeding? Is he gonna be handcuffed? Like
Gary,
right?
Gary.
He's gonna be handcuffed.
It's a scheme.
When she shot him, and then Andy, Andy knocked old girl out. When she went to Gary, why did you not check? Like, she should have had blood on her. Why was
she running around for that long with her ass out? I was like, bitch, because I was like, Lyric, her ass out. He was like, damn, Barry Wine. I was like, I don't have to. She ran around in a circle with her ass out for a minute. I was like, that was on purpose. That was on purpose. They was
fighting. You had a fight scene with her and her asses out, basically.
And then we still had to watch her run to him, rock him 2 times, then run to find the robe, then run to get the phone, then run out there to the door. I was just kind of like, this bitch is really showing out. We get it. You work out. You look amazing.
I didn't like this episode that much. I just felt like not enough happened for it to be an hour.
Nah.
With any scene, like nothing. Even with Zach and Fatima, when they kept talking, I'm like, bitch, so tell them to leave. Tell them you done. You love them, but the back and forth was dumb. I liked Zach and Karen scene when Zach told her, "You right." It was just fucking. He left. I was like, "Oh, okay." Because the fact that Karen asked him, "How long have you been fucking Fatima?" Why does that matter? We not together.
Exactly. How long you been with Aaron?
You was just getting ate out by him in the hotel.
But then he gonna say it was just that we was just effing. I was like, damn.
Oh,
I was like, bitch. I like when he said it and walked out. Yes. I feel like Karen is used to him sitting around talking and waiting for her to kind of accept whatever she gives him.
And giving her that money. Giving her that money was another nut check.
Did y'all see how they had each person put like they alternate ending, and Zach, the actor who plays Zach, explain his backstory, how Zach mama was whatever, and so the reason Zach acts this way towards women is because he has mommy issues or whatever. But he gave Zach's backstory, and I'm like, oh, it make more sense. I can't remember verbatim, but if y'all go to the Twitter for Sistas, each character kind of give their alternate ending of the last season, but Zach is the only one who gave. The actor who plays Zach gave Zach's backstory, so we can kind of get why he acts like he acts now. So I thought that was cute because we don't know any of them before, like episode 1.
We don't know, but I feel like we know any nigga walking around with his shirt open all the time definitely has mommy issues.
Well, he said something about the reason he likes or he accepts abuse from women verbally, how me and Karen beat to him because his mama treated him that same way. So he's used to being like that. So that's why he's so right.
Beat down on them. You look just like your fucked up ass daddy. Yeah, and so they beat down on themselves. They don't have a lot of self-esteem really, and all they know is vibrato and aggressive. And
that's why he's weird with Fatima because she's the opposite of that.
Right.
And she's a good woman or whatever. But I liked him walking out on Karen. That was
thicker than a snake.
But I want to see the whole season, but I don't want every episode being long and drawn out. And just like, if you can just finish one storyline with one character, because again, nothing else happens. Gary's still shot, and we don't know shit. Sabrina and old boy still paused on fucking, we don't know shit. Aaron's still drunk, we don't know shit.
It's very next week on The Young and the Restless. Like
next month.
Yeah, next month.
The same shit happen every week.
Next month.
Right. This episode ended with the same thing that ended the season finale. The same shit. But Tima and Zach were still like, what's going on? Danny and Preston was still like, what are we doing? Andy's still like, Gary, what's going on? And in some ways, Sabrina's still being fucked by Jacoby and Galvin. So it's like, and that's
ma'am, I have a few more questions.
Why are you helping him? What's happening? Ma'am, calm down.
Right.
Ma'am, I have a few more questions.
No, when he said,
and then when he said, did you see? Door, she asked for, when they came, she go to the door. Ironically, they out there waiting. She asking for help, and they looking for where he at, and they go to where he at, and it's like, no, and it's like, why are you want him to be seen, right? What is happening?
Wait a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. The cop went to grab her before she actually started flipping out.
Yeah, you're early, sir. You're early.
I was like, I can't deal with y'all. Okay, he started.
When he said, "Did you see her shoot her?" It's like, yes, I saw him shoot her.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw her shoot him. Yes, well, y'all having an affair. I'm looking like, what? I just told you he's my fiance. This isn't over, bitch. I'm like, somebody lock her ass up because she's crazy.
Straight jacket like a motherfucker.
Crazy. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to the infamous. Is it infamous? Just the new show, okay? The new show Encore that Carlos King is executively producing. That he has done such a wonderful, wonderful job. As you guys can see, these are the ladies that are on the show, okay? These are ladies from old girl groups, okay, and they're coming back together to make one big album. Shout out to Keely, because she in charge of the girls, even though the girls was not trying to hear none of that she was up there talking about. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, this is referring to sisters. I wanted to smack Andy, Sabrina, and Karen. LOL, she's super annoyed. Andy got offended when the police asked if she was having an affair. All right,
you were, so it's like, what's it?
Exactly.
Why is it
what happened on this episode?
No.
What happened on the episode? Okay, the Cherish twins. Okay, so they I think they're good for the show. They some shady BITs. They call these ladies geriatric. I said, oh my God, y'all better hope y'all can get to that place someday.
Am I the only one that sees Lovely T?
Ooh, yes.
Especially
in the panel on the left. Yeah. I do see
in
it.
the twins?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're pretty. They're very pretty.
They aren't they cute?
They are
pretty
annoying though.
I like Pam's role. At first, I was like, "Okay, Pam in the church, Lord, why is this lady?"
I
here?
was gonna be with Jesus.
Why? You said
God sent me here, so whatever God wants me to do, I'll do. You want to pray with me, sisters? Okay, bow your heads. Father, we God. It was like, girl, what are you doing?
I actually wasn't mad at it. I thought it was almost comic relief, because even whenever down to Irish talking about her sister passed away, she said, God is so good. And you know,
I'm gonna have a ginger ale.
Sad. She was like, God is great.
Nimia is a comedic relief to me. She's funny as hell, and she don't even be trying to be there. They're arguing. She's looking for the pantry. She's like, "Where's?" She
was literally eating her food, and her business. I'm like, Lord Jesus. But I will say, I like Pam's churchiness because it's authentic. It's not like fake churchy shit. She's really that person, so it's funny. And then I think the
only thing I don't like about her churchiness is she thinks that she can pray the gay away, and I'm just not a fan of that mindset.
She thinks that?
Oh, do she?
Yeah, because she used to fly both ways for real. And I remember she did a video talking about it when something happened with that husband. Y'all remember something happened with that, and she got up there and she talked about it then. And she had, that went along with the alcohol and what she was doing. I'm like, you always came off lesbian, bitch, but okay.
Yeah.
But God be with you. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was a really good show. Lamisha, we learned that she got out of the group, or she left the group because she was having issues with Mila in 702. And unfortunately, that messed up Irish's career. And I think that was so messed up, because I used to love me some 702. But I'm really happy to see those two ladies on the show. Aubrey O'Day is good, but I ain't gonna lie.
But she can't sing, though.
Yeah. You talking about the sisters from 702? I am glad that Cinnamon came in.
Okay.
Cinnamon,
did y'all see the video I sent y'all? I sent y'all a video of them of 702 back in the day singing in a cappella.
Oh, I didn't listen to it.
And I sent y'all that for context, because you gotta
say that though. I be sleep sometimes. I be tired. I thought it was a
my bad. But it was a clip of them singing back in the day, holding the mic and singing a cappella. And this one right here was singing, singing the most on the slick. So they definitely were singing at one point. Like, it's just that when you don't use it, you lose it. And a lot of people have to work really, really hard to get their notes right, to get the placement in, you know, in they shit, to get their notes right. So if you don't practice that, if you're not doing that often,
it gets rusty.
Yes, and you will lose it. Okay, especially if you don't work out and all that type of shit. Because I feel like Shamari sounds better now than she did when I heard her sing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like her voice was much stronger.
She's the best.
When she was,
out of everybody.
Keely may not sound that great, but Keely's dance moves were on point. When they were in that rehearsal, I was like, bitch, you popped it. You know, she is Sierra. I'm gonna tell you, the problem, I think she fronting. I think she does want to be a part of the group, but I think she is uncomfortable in her body right now, so she would rather play it back. But her energy gives me, I'ma swoop up on y'all and try to become like head bitch in charge.
No. I need to know who told Keely Kylie that she was the creative director. Like, I need a producer of I need Carlos King to come say, no, she's not a part of this. She's that. I feel like you can't have all the girls come together and then one of them says, yeah, I'm not really trying to be with y'all. I need someone. I need Sita to say that she the creative director. I need Sita to tell me that.
The only thing is that we know the previous show, the one that they did all them years ago, Keely was the one that was involved in that show, and I don't think any of these other girls were. So I think she probably feels a level of seniority over the show as a whole. And like she said, she had been working in artist development, you know, behind the scenes after 3LW. So if that's something she's already been doing in her career, then she probably feels like, yeah, I could definitely, you know, get us whipped back into shape or whatever, because I know what it's supposed to look like and how we can execute it. You know, I don't think it had to come from this place of them feeling like she could teach them something they didn't know. It's just that sometimes you really do need somebody that is on the outside looking in to the group to give them, you know,
she should have came in on day 2. I don't think, my thing is, I think the reason the Nasty Twins got mad was because we all came here on the same day.
Not the Nasty Twins, bitch.
The Nasty Twins. They all came on the same day, not knowing who was going to do what. And then we all talking, and you then say, nah, that's on y'all. I'm not doing that. I'm here. The reason it came off as, I don't need this, y'all do. I'm here to help y'all. And now I'm like, last I checked, all y'all needed help.
Is that how it came off to you?
To me, it did.
It didn't come off that way to me. To me, the twins came more off. I mean, they actually said that shit. They actually said they need this.
The twins was definitely what they said. But I feel like when she said that, they should have had some kind of meeting and said who was here for what reasons.
But I think
we are talking, because even Shamari said, what? It wasn't the twins was the loudest, but it wasn't as if her saying that did not shock everybody.
But I think they took it to a rude level, and I think they kept going and kept going, and it was tiring. And I also feel like they bullied the 702 girls on the slick throughout the episode, because they've been out of it longer. They're not as, you know, current. They're not as in shape as some of the other girls. They haven't performed in a while like some of the other girls. So even though Aubrey is scary, it's giving blow up doll, it's giving Chucky doll, it's giving my nightmares, it's giving scary, it's giving fear,
it's giving Bring D Woods.
You know,
should have been there.
Okay, it should have been on somebody else. It should have been somebody else, bitch. Not you.
In addition to what Bondi said earlier. What Bondi said earlier when she said about Keely not feeling comfortable in her own body, I think it could be that, as well as her being in 2 girl groups that didn't work out. She probably don't really want to be in another one, so she's trying to take the higher road. I understand a bit why the twins kind of got frustrated, because they have been pretty successful, so they probably did have a different idea of why they were coming into the group to kind of aid the ladies in some sense. So they really got upset when they heard what they heard about Miss Keely. And then I feel like we talked about bullying Bondi. I feel like they didn't just do that to the twins. I feel like they slicked that to Nivea when Nivea was singing. And Miss Felicia was shaking her head hard as hell. I was like,
I'm gonna say what she did. When she was shaking her head, and then she was like, "Sing, girl, sing, girl."
Yeah.
Yeah, she played it off at the end.
Yeah, but then her ass had to sing and then come talking about I can't sing. Yeah, I couldn't stand the twins. They're so fake. I wanted to say,
I think Felicia sang better than Fallon. Felicia sang better than Fallon to me.
Yeah,
Felicia does sing better than Fallon. And then
they both need help though.
They all need help, literally.
Everybody.
Even with the dancing.
To me, I think Shamari had the best voice. Shamari keep that voice moist and it's not dry. I felt like Nivea had the best voice for someone who hasn't been active lately. She had raw, talented voice to where I'm like, okay, she can still do some things. I think Aubrey did too much, whatever her name is, with Teen too much.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, it was too much. I like Pam's tone. Pam has her own thing going on. 702 both need help. Kylie Keely need help. I think everybody except Shamari and Nivea and Pam needs more help. Because Pam's tone is completely different than the other ladies. So I'm like, I don't even judge her singing on their level because her voice is different. It's like Candy versus Tasha, of Escape. Yes. It's like it's two different things. So I think Pam has her own thing she's good. But I like Nivea.
Sorry.
I think Shamari is the best well-rounded person out of the whole show. And I really didn't appreciate her much whenever she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, like as a reality star. But on this show, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like Shamari. And she also seemed to be a little bit more chill. On Real Housewives of Atlanta, she felt like she had to show her ass. She was fooling. So far, she been chilling.
I think she was partying on Housewives of Atlanta. I think she was like, that was her. I don't have to be in mommy mode. I'm with the girls. I can drink and have fun. And she just got too drinking full. And then, things happen. I think here's about work. And so she I got to be on point. It ain't about me partying and having a good time with Portia or whoever else. I need to show these hoes up and get my shoulders bouncing and then have a new song going on somewhere.
Right.
But I love her outfits. I love that hat, them braids. I think she came there knowing I gotta, show out. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make this comment about Keely. I really do think that she came there wanting to help. I don't think she was being shady. But I also have to remember Keely was one. If we think about one of the most bullied people on the internet out of all these women, it was definitely Keely. And I definitely thought that I was not going to like her. So I think she is really scared to step into that role. And like Bonnie said, because she was on like that pilot show, she probably got a call from Carlos and was like, hey, I'm about to do this, come back. And she was probably like, no. He was like, fine, be a creative director. She said, okay, bet. I feel like that's what happened.
I don't dislike her. I just also don't like her. I don't. That was funny when she did her own little thing. I'm like, girl, that's
she laughed. I was like, oh, she laughing at it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think she messy. I think Carlos know how to put a show together, and she's also allowing people. When she looked at Audrey and knew she said separate the groups, and she knew that was some bullshit. She just said Audrey. She knew I'm gonna let it happen though. So for me, I'm like. I don't dislike her, but I also feel like she's not no innocent. Oh no, because even when the twins was fussing with her right here, and she said, "Calm down, you're so aggressive." I was like, "But they fussing. Like, let them fuss a little bit. And you're aggressive, honey." I'm looking like, see, I felt like let me get something on my side with this. I didn't like that, but I also like how she's allowed to. She said. My name is Misha. I said, why you stand up? You gonna box?
I was here for it because at that moment, that little bitch kept, they was just, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, I get that you're upset, but they took it, I feel like they took it to a disrespectful place. Like, you start dressing her down. Like, what have you done? And none of y'all are current. And everybody's old. Like, they just started going in. And at that point, it was just kind of like, y'all hoes is really doing a lot, and y'all the least known group here. Like, church is the least known group here.
When Pam walked in and the girl said, we wanted people under 40, I said, okay, the under 40. I'm like, she the first person y'all saw. How would you then say, I hope you would? I'm like, they're gonna be messy. I knew from that moment they're gonna be on some bullshit.
I mean, I get it because she's my age. They're my age. They're 33. But at the same time, bitch, that's not 20. Calm down.
Right. I loved how Aubrey said to Keely when she said that they still have to work through some things themselves. Like they're here just like everybody else here because they feel the need to be validated because they have to let people know what they've been working on behind the scenes because their group ain't panning out. And I was like, well, you're right about that. As much as they think that they don't have anything in common with y'all and y'all old and all this and that, they really in the same boat. They got to keep throwing it in y'all face. So, yeah, but it was a really good episode. I'm definitely going to be tuned in for the shenanigans.
Yeah.
I definitely
am.
Carlos King know what he be doing. Like, I feel like Carlos King really, you can tell he was the producer on Housewives. You can tell when he left, that's why the show changed. Because like with Bell Collective and Love American, now this show, you see, this is how you produce a show without producing the people. You let things happen and you just record it. And then you place it together as you edit the show. Whereas on Housewives or whatever, the producers are producing the people. The people, it's too much. And Carlos, like he let shit happen, but he knows who's to put together to let it happen organically. And that's why we love his shows.
Okay, so I have something right quick before we change. Because we're about to change the subject, and something just made me laugh so fucking hard. Have y'all seen these recent pictures of K. Michelle floating around with the pink wig on?
Yes.
You talking about Jane Doe? I don't know who that woman is.
No, Jane, it was when Niecy kept on saying in the group, "Who is that?" No, I get that's no, but who is that? We like it's K. Michelle. She's like, no, who is that?
Somebody said, "Child, that's Moniece."
Oh,
yes,
when they said that, girl.
She said, "Give me this."
When they said
whoever did her face, she looks great. She looks great. She
doesn't look like herself.
She doesn't.
Like, how embarrassing. Imagine having to go places and literally reintroduce yourself. You walk into a place and she go, hey, Bonnie, hey, Jaylee, hey, Jamie. And then they sit there like, excuse me? It's me, it's Kay. I beg to differ.
She looks so different.
Girl.
The eyes, the lips. Like,
this
how
is like the Bad Girls Club, reboot kit. Like,
she has a whole new set of lips. But she got new lips.
Whole new jaw. I've never seen anybody just like she literally went to a store and like transported her soul into another body because this just.
They're like, who was that? People, this is K. Michelle. They're like, who is that? That's K. Michelle.
Is this supposed to make her feel? Is this supposed to make her feel better about the damage she's done to her ass? Never mind.
Yeah, that's the whole
looks so different. It's a pretty face.
Arms? This ain't real because where's her arms, y'all? This is a beauty supply store mannequin.
Oh, where are her arms? That is so.
This is a beauty supply store
down on the side of her.
When I went to her IG and she has other photos of herself with that face.
She not with that face.
Because when I first, girl, not the before, girl.
And just to clarify, ain't nobody laughing at her before. We are laughing at like who is these girls ain't even sisters, they ain't even cousins. These girls,
wait a minute.
Like
I feel like it can be a deeper conversation. At how it goes a long way to show you how certain features are deemed prettier than others. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody put on my page. Now they need to see her with that face in motion. They're like, I need to see a video of her like moving her face. I'm like, I'm on her page. I'm on her page now.
I just expected her to kind of look like a different version of herself. When you go in, you want to look like the best version of yourself. Maybe your sister. You look like
Kelly Rowland.
Just I don't know that woman at all. That I'm just thinking about the embarrassment that she has to endure. You go in places saying, "What's up? Oh, it's me, it's Kay." No, it's not.
That ain't you.
Tyra Banks. These are people that did good nose jobs. Everybody wants to look like, everybody wants to look like
even Tony, I think Tony Braxton, Halle Berry, who had like little tweaks to their faces or whatever, they still look at stuff. Like K. Michelle looks great.
Too much to me. her nose, she did too much. I mean, she looks good, but when I look at old pictures of her, I'm like, why did you do this? Like, they really felt like their noses was that big. And then I feel like what I've noticed is that as Black women age, if they leave their faces alone, they still look young because their faces have those like round, you know, things to them. So as you age, it keeps you looking young. Once everything starts to get all sharp and structured and shit, you look older, you know. So you know, whatever, do what you will, but she looks a mess.
Too funny. Embarrassing. That was a quick impromptu there, guys. We're going to go ahead and move on to another section that we're adding to the panel. Please do not get flattered by this, as it will not be occurring every single time. But if it's something that needs to be addressed, it will definitely be addressed. This section is called FM People. People meaning you negative ass Nancy's out there that love to start some kind of bullshit. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right. So I got this comment. You guys probably cannot see it. So I did a video regarding Wendy and Candace and what they had to say regarding another blogger or whatnot on YouTube. Someone else commented on my page about whatever Wendy and Monica had to say, right? So let's say they said, oh, I agree with whatever they say. Those women, whatever's going on over there is crazy. I can't remember what it was. But the moral of what I'm saying is that original comment has absolutely not a damn thing to do with what this person put on my page. So I just want to address you specifically. So let me go ahead and read it to you guys for those of you that cannot see it. It says, question mark. They're talking to me, at Jamie, that's me. You teamed up with Bondi Blue after you did a video about her clout chasing with Mo by wearing her free shirt worn on Real Housewives of Potomac. Let me address the first half. I don't give a fuck about anything that Monique has sent to Bondi. She ain't sent it to me. I'm not wearing it. If Bondi chooses to wear it Sunday through Saturday and then on another Sunday, ain't got a goddamn thing to do with me. Let me go back a little further and let you know I ain't never do no video about Bondi, let alone any other YouTuber. And you lucky you got some about AATT, okay? So, yeah, no, I don't really do the messy streets, but I will address you here, okay? And consider it a privilege. So let's go ahead and move on. Then they go on to say, and she, referring to Bondi, agreed with what Mo did to Candace on Real Housewives of Potomac. And what the, again, does that have to do with Jamie? That's me. If she agreed with Monique's actions and I disagree, guess what that means? Okay, two different points of views, two different opinions, two different perspectives. So what else is really going on? Who wants to sit on the panel and watch people say the same thing? Who wants to sit on the record and watch people say the same thing over? Like, come on now. Who wants to sit on the panel and do that? They don't even do that on the real. They disagree all the time. So what are you talking about? Oh, okay, you're talking about starting a mess. Okay, but see, we're not that panel. Yeah, but I wish, and see, this be that made me be like, I wish I could see y'all in person because y'all won't have that same energy. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading. And then says, is this correct or am I making all of this up? You know, mother well, you're making all of that up. So I'm gonna go ahead and address that here and let you know that you're a motherfucking liar. Okay, and that's just that on that. Okay, that's all I have to say. Anybody else have anything else they want to add to that?
I just want to say I appreciate all my haters, you know, because y'all really do make me greater. You know, I'm out here, you know, stunting on hoes and shit, and y'all a little upset about that. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. I get it. Your time will come if you stop hating and focus on yourself. So that's what you should do. And let us be great and get along. Please, the way we do.
Peace. In peace. I think they want to turn this into a reality show. We talk about the reality show. Don't make us a reality show.
Exactly.
I don't know why they want. Exactly. I don't know why they want stuff to happen. It's weird because they go to all of our comment sections and they say little shit about one or the other as if we're not a group. I don't know why y'all think we are a collective.
Right.
Okay. We not four random motherfuckers. Okay. We didn't come together for no reason. Okay. So don't think you can ever go to Jamie and talk about body. It's gonna be cool. It'll get you cussed out. And don't think we don't talk about it. Okay.
And we don't see it right.
Right.
We see the shit. Like if y'all don't let me because I'm the only one who did like an actual video about the bullshit. I think I'm the bully of the group sometimes. I don't mind me because I'm like fuck the people. But I feel like
about that action.
You have to understand when I tell y'all we are a panel of friends doing business with each other who talk daily about stuff, everything, price of gas, the weather, titties, dicks, gossip, nothing. You sleep, I'm woke, FaceTime, all that.
Yeah.
Okay, we are. That is what we are. So do not think you can go to any one of us and say something about the other one, and you're not gonna get either blocked or checked. So if y'all think it's cool to do, it's not, and don't think we don't see that shit because we see it. You're not gonna cause any discourse here. It ain't gonna happen.
Nice try though.
It won't work. We can disagree, and it's fine.
They always try it after the panel videos too. I love reading my comments because most of the time the subscribers don't be on some shit. But when we do the panel videos, that's when I don't read them. That's when they try to read those either.
And you can't say stuff like, "Oh, I love Niecy's voice," as if that means you don't love the other three. Bitch, I'm offended. Not for me, but for Jamie and Bonnie. Because why the fuck you don't like their voices? It's like you can't come here and watch 4 people who are coming together to bring y'all a collective show. We're not a panel. We're a show. Right. We have topics. We have graphics. We have conversations. We don't chit-chat and bullshit. We don't drag people for no reason. We also stay respectful. If we disagree, we respect each other. You have never heard us say bitch, unless I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that. We're not going to fuss. That's not going to happen.
Like, term of endearment, of course.
Yeah, it's
never
like
out of
that here.
Bitch.
Right.
That's how we do. It's like, and the reason we don't address YouTube beef is for that reason, because you do not want to cause more beef. The only reason any of us spoke on it at all, because I know I did, Bonnie did, and Jamie a little bit, was because it got so big and it crossed over to the gossip stuff.
Wendy talked about it. That's when it was like, okay, well, I guess we're talking about it then.
And it happened, but every panel, not that panel. So don't go to our comments trying with the bullshit about. Don't do that.
Do y'all see this comment by Tina Marie, ladies first panel trip vlog?
Yes, I like
to think about.
We might need to do tour stops for like a live.
Oh, that would be fun.
Do what?
Tour stops for a live panel, like a show.
That would be dope.
A couple of my favorite podcasts, they do that. So I'm like, we a whole show, we could do that.
We have production. This is a production meeting that y'all are involved in now. Because we do that. You know what I'm saying? We here for a reason. So y'all should know, if y'all love us, if y'all love Jamie, you have to love us. If y'all love Niecy, you have to love us. If y'all love me, you have to love us. If y'all love Bonnie, you have to love us. You can't dislike one of them and think I'm gonna like you.
Or don't. Just don't get it twisted. Just respect all of us.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like, don't come up there trying to cause discord, because first of all, you whack. You lame as fuck. Like, grow up. Stop it. Stop.
We do different stuff. We different over here. We look Thursday. We look forward to Thursdays.
I wasn't even feeling good. I was not here last week, so I was not gonna miss this week.
Bonnie, they said we should podcast.
That's a good idea, don't y'all?
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
We should do that. Y'all should.
We love Thursdays. I've been tired all day. But guess where I'm at?
Me too.
I'm here. And when we get off here, we're gonna still talk a little bit more anyway. So it's like what we do. So love us. Don't do that, because and not only that, you don't know how any of us could be having a hard day and you done fucked up our mood on some bullshit. Because not only are we on here, we are human beings who have life to deal with too. So don't try to cause discourse. Don't do that. When y'all see how
that's the sad part. Like, you want to interact with your subscribers and get in the comments and chit chat with them and stuff, but when you see messy stuff like that or whatever, it makes you just don't even want to look at the comments or interact with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just go to my next video. I'm on to the next time. I'm even gonna respond to these comments and that thing. But
it does do that to you.
Somebody said, "What's the difference between a podcast and what y'all do here?" Well, it's different because some people don't watch YouTube for one. Some people listen to podcasts only for two. And it's a way to just get our stuff out to other people because all of our videos are on each other's channels. Sometimes with a podcast, it's somewhere you can go to see everything at once, and it condenses it. And on here, you get the visual of what we're doing. But some folk might want to listen and drive to whatever because you just want to do that. And some people just don't watch YouTube. So again, if we do a podcast, it'll be for that reason. It'll be together forever. But just stop. Everybody not with the foolishness. They not, and don't look at us to do or be or react to how other people do their stuff. We ain't gonna do that. We could definitely do a tour.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that we think about doing, it's even more fun in person.
And I could think about how we would like decorate the set and shit. It would always have to be like some cool, like vibey ass theme.
Yes.
That's like, something girls would like, you know what I'm saying? Something women would really like.
We just gotta find out where everybody at. Everybody should comment. Where are all the viewers coming from?
Yeah. Where y'all located?
Y'all let us know that.
Because we in 4 different states for one. So that's this is the crazy thing. None of us knew each other before YouTube.
Yeah, this is crazy.
We all met on YouTube, and we mesh well from 4 different states.
Crazy.
We have the same. We think the same shit funny. I'll just say that. We can all find the same shit funny.
That's for sure.
And that's the thing that I think, because it's not to touch on the mess. I'm a glaze over like a laid donut. I feel like panels work the best when you panels work the best when you are working with people who you respect for one and who you see has a vision for two, and they align with what you want to do. And so the best thing that I think we have going for us is that we all was like, okay, we all do YouTube. We all cool. We don't be in no bullshit. And when we talk, we just talk about what we wanted to do.
Right.
And so I think that's the easiest way. And then after we started, we kept talking and kept talking and kept talking. And now we talk every single day. And we were like, what Bondi at? What you doing? These for your video. We like watching each other's content. I'm like, Bondi, bitch, it's been a day. Where's your video? Okay, I'm at work. Where's your live at, Bondi? Where you at right now?
Jamie has been on it for real lately. I have been like, I'm like, damn, Jamie came out with like 4 videos I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? And I'll really be like throughout the day, like, all right, let's go watch this next Jamie video, and then Lee will put something out, and then it'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like right after that. Yeah, and then I go looking for Nisi because I'm like, okay, so
hey, I'm getting way better. I've been doing consecutive lives. I did a premiere today.
You have, and I'm pointing that out. You definitely have been doing better about that. I saw you. I was like, oh shit, she showed up. So you know, I gotta go finish. Actually, I have to go finish watching your video after we, get off or whatever. I have to go finish watching you put up right before this one. The encore video you did. Because I ain't put none of my stuff out yet. So I gotta put all my stuff out tomorrow.
Yes, encore was a premiere. I was like,
earlier. Yeah.
And we give each other advice. We advise each other on what we could, should, or wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's
we help each other not to choose violence in life. It's cool. It's nice.
We calm each other down, or we'll say choose violence. Sometimes we'll say fuck it, people.
I don't click clack with a lot of people, so I think it's cool.
It's a good place to be, and that's why I'm like, don't look at it as if we, as what happened with others could happen with us. Like I know some people kept on saying, "Oh, we want to hear y'all opinion." It's like you don't, because for one, you should know how we feel because we've already kind of said it a little bit in previous shows. Y'all see how we interact with each other, like we say all the time. We talk all the time. If y'all watch our reviews,
thank you for the super chat.
Right
you want to see us on Fox Soul for real? Okay,
I want to see it too. I don't think the viewers realize y'all can help us do that. Share the videos. Share the videos.
Share it,
please.
All day, every day.
Send them to people.
when you tweet it to the damn networks to do all of that. Because the thing is, you never know, right? Because you never know who's watching you, and you will never see us fussing here. If we would have ever fussed, and I don't think we would even fuss because we don't like that. Ain't what we do.
We have heavy debates,
right? We can debate because we like, and it may be a disagreement because I feel 2 + 2 is 4, 3 = 5, but it's never like an issue like that. So you would never put it on here, but we want the right people to see us. Period.
We should think about that, y'all. Somebody said book reviews. We should think about maybe like a monthly book review ever so often or something.
Now, I'm gonna have to add a book to my schedule.
I cannot deal with you.
That's gonna happen.
Damn, my bad. Never mind.
I already be having.
But you know what I think?
I
think one Thursday we should all get something to drink and some food. Have dinner night. Everybody else get their food and just have not even about show shit. Just shoot the shit. Have a date night, not girls' night, food, whatever I don't know what we're gonna call it. But just fellowship with each other because we are in 4 different states, and that can also be our people. You know what I'm saying? Doing that too, because they might want to shoot the shit sometime, and that can be a thing until we get a tour. Because the tour can then still be us hanging out, drinking, or whatever.
Like dinner night with LFP, man.
Yeah, dinner nights.
We need to get feedback on what they want. We do. This will be fun. We got so much stuff that we could do with our show. And the viewers can help. Share the video. Let us know what y'all want, and we can start making some moves because what we got is great.
I think so. I enjoy it. I 100% look forward to it. Every time we getting ready to come up here, because I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I was like, child, I know I'm gonna show up and we're gonna figure it out. I did my homework. I watched the shows. All right,
we want to give everybody a good show.
Yes,
it's like because we don't, it's what we here for. Come hook a crook. So don't compare us to nobody else. Nobody else on YouTube do it like we do. Okay, don't nobody on YouTube do it like we do.
What?
What else we gotta do? What else we gotta do?
We ain't got nothing else to do. I'm about to go ahead and end this live because Jamie was gonna start talking her boss talk, and we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. Okay, you guys, go ahead and make sure that you guys follow all of the ladies here on the panel. Okay, you guys know where you can find us. All of the information should be down below. Okay, so we'll go ahead and exit stage left, and we'll catch you guys on next week on this channel. Okay, so peace. Thanks for being here. Bye.